What is going on, everyone? Hold on, I think I have to, let me just move this chat over here. I think I have to update the chat URL. Aha, very cool, very cool. All right. What's going on, Jeff? Jeff's always early. Always early. Always early. Gotta love a dedicated individual like that. Gotta love it. What's up, Star Wars Academy? Nice to see you as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was diving into super chats and all these different things. I was so excited. So excited. What's going on, game? Not too bad for myself. Kiddos and the family's getting sick again, but nothing out of the ordinary. Very unfortunate, though. Very, very unfortunate. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. It's more cleaning up around the room and finishing up some videos today, so was pretty busy. Got some stuff done, though. What we're going to do while we wait for some individuals to show up, we're going to just run in with one of my favorite lists to play lately. So let's just get that on the board. Pedro, live draft. Great question. So drafting. Yeah, Storm. Actually, real quick, I'm going to answer Storm's statement there. Yes, you are correct. It does say Magic the Gathering. That is because Star Wars Unlimited does not exist as a game, as YouTube categories. So it's the only reason. I could put like other Star Wars games, but they're just not as relevant to the topic. A lot of individuals that play Magic play Star Wars, so it's just the closest. What? Live drafting. Back to that question. Drafting in general is the limited format. If you don't know what drafting is, basically you open up a few packs, you pick one card out of the pack, you pass the rest of the pack down, and you kind of continue onwards with that plan. Now, with that said, ooh, Sabine, huh? They're just going to drop in a Sabine and fight me, huh? I don't like our start, by the way. I do not like our start at all. Double Max Rebo is not exactly what we want to do. As I was saying, you basically just go through and you pick a card out of a pack, pass the rest of the packs down, and you build a deck out of the cards that you've drafted within those packs. They're going to drop in a Karis. I respect it. Although, is this Max Rebo going to live is the question now. I'm not. This is a terrible start for the deck. Not having the initiative is pretty brutal. Ooh, less remaining HP. So Moral Authority's not going to do it. Geophane's not going to do it. So we'll see if they have like something else going on. That was a unique base with Sabine hitting. Interesting. Okay. Max Rebo does kill off these two if they do decide to attack it. So I'm kind of okay with that. Continuing on, the live draft is simply we are just going to be doing that, but we are going to be doing it, well, live. All right, let's see. Blue Leader can be good. I think the Max Rebo Band's a safe resource here. Jedi Concert is also a pretty safe resource. Striker, I will be playing draft. I was waiting for some more people to show up, but actually, you guys showed up pretty quick. We already got a bunch of people rolling on in here. Let's just knock out this spy token, prevent some DPS here on our base. I'm gonna go Depa here, bounce it, probably go Queen Amidala afterwards. We'll see. They probably think Sabine's safe here, so they'll probably attack with Chio first. Hope they get better soon. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy work that that sickness tends to be. You have all your jumbo Qui-Gons in your room? Sick. Jeff says, I used to play a lot of Magic in my day. I still play. I still enjoy it. I don't get to play all that often, but I still enjoy it. I still keep up to date. I still watch the tournaments, all that good stuff. Are you going to knock out Depa? Question mark? The steal's 3, right? Ooh, interesting. All right. Okay. I mean, not a bad situation for us, right? If we do happen to draw a juicy Yoda or Caloran, that's what we're really looking for. They're going to put a shield token on Zeb, but that's okay because as a reminder, we do happen to have this Depa, which, okay, that's a pretty good spot to find ourselves in. Blue Ace. I don't think Blue Ace is going to be relevant either. So, I mean, we just drop in Depa here. Boom. Trigger ambush. Knock out the Zeb. Pretty easy stuff there. Going to shrink down that Kanan for us, which is going to be nice. One of these days. Striker, if I play another Premier game, can I play you? Potentially. I'm going to get a bunch of you guys in the draft. So that's where we're going to get in some games. Well, there's 8 resources on the board. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. Aggressive Negotiations is a very scary card. I could have deployed Qui-Gon last turn. What are they going to do? Bounce the Max Rebo or something? Interesting. Let's go ahead and use the Force to bounce the Depa. We'll put Jin in, and we will exhaust the Kanan. All we're trying to do, really, is clear the board. That's all we're really trying to do. They're going to make us draw. That's fine. I'm going to deploy Qui-Gon now. We'll see what they decide to do as a follow-up. They got Lothwolf, huh? Okay, Lothwolf isn't that scary. We could have Queen Amidala attack into the Lothwolf, which I think we will do. We will defeat the spy token. And then I think we're going to bounce this to drop in maybe the Max Rebo again. Let's go ahead and kill Kanan. Let's return the Queen Amidala. Drop in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Put the Youngling Padawan in. Hit the Kanan's shield token off, and then we'll pass. Blade Wing, interesting. I don't think we want the Max Rebo anymore. Our hand is stacked, but here's the problem. Aggressive Negotiations is the problem. How do you play Premier or Draft on Carabas? You cannot. It is a separate program. Separate program. Jeff says he tries to snipe us. He tries to queue at the same time. You gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. Caloran Beck is really, really solid here. We drop in a Caloran Beck. We can bounce that for a Depa Balaba, which would be good. So let's go Caloran Beck here. Let's grab... Ooh, Ahsoka seems good. Go ahead and make them discard. If they discard a unit, great. We're doing this because we go ahead and get Sentinel on Obi-Wan. Moral Authority comes down as the discarded option. They're going to hit in. That's fine. I think here we will just knock out the Chiofane here. Okay, let's do something a little bit interesting here. Let's hit the Kanan. We can bounce the Caloran to play Blade Wing to bounce the Ghost. I'm expecting them... Nimble Prowess. Ooh, that's not ideal. That is not ideal. Nimble Prowess is very, very strong. Wow. I don't know why they didn't do that immediately if they had it. That was a little suspicious. Commandeer is very, very strong. Wow. What a fantastic pickup there. The problem here is they have... If they have... Aggressive Negotiations. That's literally all that we don't want to see. We just don't want to see Aggressive Negotiations. Aggressive Negotiations hits for 5-9. Of course they have Aggressive Negotiations. Why would they not have Aggressive Negotiations is what I would ask you. Okay, let's go Blue Leader. Actually, you know what? We can just hit, right? So let's just go ahead and hit Kanan down. And then I can bounce Caloran to play Blade Wing, so I can bounce whatever they hit next. Ooh, what are they going to do? Hit Qui-Gon here? So now we get to kill Red 5. I think we're going to stabilize. No Yoda stabilization is kind of incredible. So what do we do here? We just go attack into Zeb. We go attack, attack. We play Queen Amidala, and then we pass. Okay. Still no Yodas. We are 28 cards in, no Yodas. 0 Yodas have been drawn. That's literally, if we draw a Yoda, the game ends. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's go Caloran back smack in. So I can go to the PQ in my stage dams. I'm here tonight. Win-win. I like it. Yes, a lot of the PQ dates they do exist over there. Queen Amidala as the yoinkage there. I mean, this doesn't matter. They can do whatever. We have Blade Wing to just bounce this, so I'm not too worried about that. And then if they do play another unit, we can go Blade Wing, bounce the Caloran, play Blade Wing again, bounce again. So yeah, this game is probably wrapped up at this point, but we'll see what my opponent's going to do. We will end up playing on Karabast, indeed, Jacob, since there is not a way to all right, there's the Yoda. We finally drew one. Yeah, we draft on that separate program, and then we are able to do our thing on the Karabast. So protect the pod and then into Karabast. Protect the pod. Expecting the game on Karabast. What a comeback. I felt like we were pretty heavily winning that game throughout the whole game. I was just worried about the aggressive negotiations. And the fact that it took us 30 cards to draw onto Yoda is a little bit unfortunate. If we drew Yoda sooner, the game would have been so over. Because that's like the strength of Max Rebo, is that you drop a Caloran back, you drop a Yoda. I mean, the fact that we didn't draw any of those, like, I mean, we've got 3 Yodas, 2 Qui-Gons, 3 Calorans, and we drew not a Qui-Gon until like card 25. Caloran took a while to draw, and then Yoda we just didn't draw until the very end of the game. So this game should have probably been like completely wrapped. We just had pretty bad draws for the Max Rebo. You know. All right, let's get one more game, and then we're gonna launch a draft pod here. And for those of you that don't know how this works, you'll link if you want to join, you link your Discord to this website. All it does is allow you to use the internal chat. We draft on the website, and then we put the decks together on Karabast, and we just jam out some games. So that is the plan there. I don't think Lieutenant Gorin's going to be super relevant. I also don't think Blue Leader's going to be all that relevant. It's possible Jedi Consular's not going to do a whole lot, but I don't mind starting with Jedi Consular. Syndicate Spice Runner. Nice. They got Max Rebo banned, so they're going to be going with Max Rebo. We will see what they're going to do. I feel like this game's going to come down to who can play the bigger stuff quicker. That is what I'm guessing. And, I mean, we have a good start. So do they, though. The Max Rebo ban on turn 2 here is going to be very good for them. Oh, what is this? Oh, interesting. They're going to go with Kitana. That's interesting, since that is kind of like... Okay, so we could go Caloran Beck next turn. And so that's pretty incredible, and that's what we're going to do. But I am very interested in what my opponent is going to be doing. Okay, we got another Depa. I think we just resource that. I mean, here's the deal, guys. We can drop in the Caloran Beck right now, so let's go ahead and do that. Caloran Beck comes down. We'll just grab the Youngling Padawan to give ourselves the force here. Caloran Beck on turn 3 here is pretty nasty. Yes, Jeff, I actually had the Twitch set up, and then it aired out on me. So I have been struggling with whatever program. There used to be easier ways, but as multi-streaming has become more and more like just like a staple thing that you do, it has been a lot trickier to set up since people have monetized the products and everything. Guy says he's cooked. Yeah, probably. Turn 3 Caloran Beck is pretty nasty. Force Table website has a draft option you can export to Karabast. Ooh. So Max Rebo for us is actually really good because we're going to double resource here, right? And we're going to get double the credit tokens. So it's going to be a pretty good time. It's going to be a pretty good time. The question is, do I try to start hitting off their units or do I try to go for like the just kill them type of game plan? I think I'd rather actually hit their units here. When are you playing with the viewers? Hey, actually, technically, I am already doing so. So right now, actually, but we are going to be starting the draft pod in just a moment, where we're going to be getting into some games with all of you. If you guys want to join the draft, you know, there's only a limited amount of spots. Last time we filled them up, but it just took a little bit of time. So that's what we're going to do. The same thing as we did last time. Qui-Gon, huh? I don't really care for the Qui-Goner. I would really like Yoda. Yoda kind of just clears the way for the most part. Max Rebo is good, and I don't mind Max Rebo. I think I just start with Depa here. And we'll just knock out the Kitana. They can't quite deploy Dryden. They're still a resource off. And we're getting a lot of credit tokens stacking up here. So how do you draft? Great question. So the way draft works, it's a limited format. So for those of you that don't know what limited formats is, it's basically you go through and you are limited, which is why it's called limited format, to whatever cards are in the packs that you open. So you open 3 packs. First you draft the leaders. So you take all the leaders out. Each person has 3 leaders because of 3 cards, right? Oh, what are they going to do with this expendable mercenary? Wow. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Hit the Caloran back. Sure. We're going to hit the Syndicate Spice Runner here. I wonder what my opponent's going to do here with this. I mean, they are discarding cards. Us attacking their hand is going to be really, really strong here because they're going to be really, really low on cards. So each person has 3 leaders. You take a leader. Boom, you move on. Take another card. Boom, you move on. Take another leader. Boom, you move on. And then based on those leaders, you open up the rest of the packs. You take 1 card of the pack, you pass it. 1 card of the pack, you pass it. And then you just continue doing that for the remainder of the... I probably should have bounced the Depa to play the Ahsoka rather than doing what I just did, but that's okay. And then you just build a deck, 30 cards out of that. Do not draft set 6. Set 6 kind of did feel bad, huh? Deploy Qui-Gon. We can bounce. I guess we can bounce Depa. I think I'd rather just bounce Ahsoka and play out Lieutenant Gorn. And then we can keep cycling our Ahsoka. And just attacking their hand is really, really strong here. So we can like... Yeah. A couple different options. Ooh, Commandeer could potentially be interesting here. We can kind of draft whatever is kind of the exciting part about it. What are they beguiling? I don't know if I care about Beguile here all that much. So realistic, I'm just going to go Caloran. Oh, I'll grab an Ahsoka. I don't mind continuously playing Ahsokas against them. That is a good game plan for us, for sure. How many people are in a draft? 8. 8 total, including me, is the ideal, at least. What do they discard? The Syndicate Spice Runner. So we can kill the Max. The thing with Max Rebo now is, even though it's kind of not bad for us, the only way they get out of this is if they draw cards. I mean, look at our board. So we can always just knock out the Max Rebo here if we want. And, you know, I think I will just do that. Let's go ahead and play the Obi-Wan off of the Ahsoka. I'm doing this because then I will play Ahsoka off of the Jedi Consular and then kind of keep cycling this, right? Because they're going to be left with one card in hand, and then we can just kind of kill off their units, right? So we attack here, play the Ahsoka. And then they can get a resource here. I don't really care. And then we just go ahead and play the Ahsoka again using 2 credits. Make them discard. Again, we're just attacking their hand, making it so that it is impossible for us to lose at this point. That is all we are really doing at this point. Double Commandeer, protect us in the space. Again, not a single Yoda has been drawn. Or Qui-Gon, for that matter. Just the Keller and Bex. But no Yodas, which is quite surprising. Went to the Mando and Grogu movie and got the promos and got a giant AT-AT popcorn bucket. Yeah, that is sweet. That is absolutely sweet. No spoilers, but how was the movie? If anyone's watched it, I know that this was the weekend that the movie came out. I've had very, very poor initial impressions from everyone online, so guess we'll see. Chaos Draft of Shadows of the Galaxy, Secrets of Power, and Law, and it was great fun. That's awesome, Jeff. I'm jealous. Went and saw the movie Thursday, but they didn't have any of the promos. I don't think my theater offers that. Okay, so here's the question, guys. What set do we want to draft? Here's what I will do. I'll put a little. Where is my? Okay. Yeah, you have to go to AMC. We have a Cinemark AMC. Cinemark's not AMC. Yep, two separate. We have a Cinemark here, so no AMC, as far as I know. So I don't think that's a possibility for us. Okay, let's see. We're engaged with the audience. Start a poll. Okay. What set to draft? All right, so here's the question. It was fun. That was how I described it. That's how I've heard it was described. And I think I'm okay with that. But it is not as exciting as I was hoping. Okay, so the 3 options. Set 1, obviously. Set 1 is probably my favorite set to draft. I've drafted all of these an extensive amount. Set 2, in my opinion, is a really, really good one as well to draft. And you know what? We'll drop set 7 in there as well. Set 7 in there as well. So we'll start the poll. For those of you that are interested in joining, Protect the Pod. It's in the top, as you can see here. That is going to be the link that you'll, or the draft site that you'll go onto. I will have a link once we start the draft up that you can join. You will log in, connect your Discord username, and that you can use the chat function, and then we will just draft as soon as we get 8 people in there. So, all right, let's see. Where is the poll sitting at? Ooh, set 7. People really like it. Set 7. So brand new set. Set 1, set 7, they're tied. No one want to do set 2, huh? I don't know if anyone has played set 2, like draft-wise. Set 2, I probably drafted more than set 1 because set 1, although it was super popular on the release of the game, a lot of people like didn't even know about the game, and so they showed up for set 2. And unfortunately, set 2 was really disappointing in terms of like overall, experience for a lot of people. So it was kind of like, oh, bummer. But the draft experience was really nice. Oh, it's split, guys. It is very split. 11 votes, and we have a 45% splitter on set 1 versus set 7. I need a couple more votes then. I need a couple more votes. Oh my gosh, we're still split. We're still split. You never drafted set 2? Oh man. Set 2, even though set 1 was my favorite, set 2 is very close. And I actually really like set 3. As soon as set 4 onwards came out, set 4 is really, really like just pilots. You just one-shot your opponent. Set 5 is kind of similar because the upgrades are so common with the lightsabers and everything. So if you get a good leader, it just completely dominates. Set 6 is my least favorite set to draft. It just feels pretty weak. The disclose mechanics and all this stuff. There's first time where they started experimenting, and it is a lot weaker. Set 7 is also in that same vein, in my opinion. I'm not a huge I don't love set 7, but I'll end the poll there. Does seem to be set 7 leading the charge. So okay, let's go ahead and do a lawless time. It is public. We are going to be doing a timer on this. I will copy the link, guys. I will be posting this in the chat. Click on this link. The first people to join are just going to be able to join. We'll probably do a couple of these. And if you don't get in now, that's fine. I'll put a note down mentally for the people that are in this first one. And you guys will just have to sit on the following one. So set 7 is you need one of 3 leaders. Yeah, I mean, a lot of sets are kind of like that. Yeah, a lot of sets are kind of like that. You know, back in set 3, for example, Twilight of the Republic, if you didn't have Anakin, you're just losing. It was kind of unfortunate in that regard. So okay, we got one more person to join in. Okay, all right. Final call, guys. Make sure if you're in here, you're gonna be able to stick through the entire draft. The draft portion is really not that long. It takes maybe about 15 minutes. So, but just so that no one misses out on something that they could have joined. All right, last call. All right, I'm gonna start the draft about 20 seconds here. So the way this will work is we'll draft the packs. You'll get your deck. You'll fill it out on Karabast. I believe you can copy it over. I can't remember how last time that we did it. And then we just get in some games. As a note, I'll put a little added in here. I am planning on developing some cool little icons and things like that people will showcase their wins. So I might write anyone who wins names down, and we can maybe give them a little trophy icon for the next stream. So could be fun stuff like that. All right, let's start the draft here. So what do we got here? I've got Enfys Nest, I got Lando, and I've got Saw. So Saw isn't that exciting, to be honest. Vel is really, really interesting. I like Hera. See, I mean, there's not really that too crazy leader. I actually really do like Enfys Nest. I think this leader is actually a pretty good one for draft. Lando's fine, but you don't always get the big payoffs that you need for it to be good. Keep in mind that I am getting passed to the right, so I'm going to get a choice of Enfys Nest, Sebulba, or the client, and I'm going to get a choice of the client or Boba. So I do need to make a heroism pick here because I'm guessing my opponent's going to be picking Enfys Nest out of this one. The question is, do I want to go with Lando or do I want to go Enfys? I'm going to get probably, I think Enfys is just a little bit better. Wow. Okay, they did not choose Enfys. They're just going to go probably full. I mean, my opponent, this person here probably has to pick Aura so that they can get the double heroism, which means Han's going here, which means, they just pick Boba, right? So we're going to get a Boba here no matter what. I guess I should have picked Lando. I didn't think they were going to pass Enfys. Enfys is a really nice place to be since Han isn't something that you want. So I'm surprised that I got passed. But client here, obviously, we're going to pick Boba. Obviously, there's not really a choice here. I don't mind Enfys. Enfys is really, really nice. Lots of value to be had with this. On attack trigger is much more likely to be pulled off. So I do like Enfys. I think it's a pretty solid one. I don't mind Boba. I think the client's also pretty good. But let's see what we got in our pack one, pick one. Millennium Falcon already right off the bat looks very, very interesting as a little addition to this, guys. you will end up getting the splash base. So, you can kind of go a little bit out of your realm. What are we looking at here, though? I mean, what are our really good cards is the question. What are our really good cards in this pack? So we've got Bib as our rare. It's not exactly great, but it is a 2-cost unit. Partisan Ewing isn't bad. Nice little space unit. I don't mind Deveronian Doorbuster. Cinta's a fine unit. Lost and Forgotten's actually quite excellent. Lost and Forgotten's actually very, very excellent. So that is something I am considering right now. However, Millennium Falcon is also just really, really good. Like, being able to power up a ground unit and being able to reduce a space unit's power is incredible. Oh, I was too slow. Oh, good. They picked the Millennium Falcon. Okay, great. I thought I missed out on it. Anyways, I would have picked the Millennium Falcon. So great. Millennium Falcon in. Let's see. After that, Forlom is really, really nice since, this is just an ambusher. And I think as a result, I'm probably just going to take the Forlom. Even though it's separate from the initial cards that I took, I'm okay with that. Because it's so much stronger than any other cards here. Like, I don't mind a Liberated Wookiee, but yeah. Let's go ahead and just grab that. Okay, here. I mean, we've got the Forlom, so that if we're going to go Forlom, it kind of fits into any other colors. Django's kind of really solid. 6/5 shielded. Nice little endgame, option. We do have Belyurt, which is actually pretty good. We can double trigger with Enfys. Maybe that's what I want to go with here. Maybe Belyurt's the way to go. Oh, wow. Belyurt's interesting. Belyurt's very interesting with Enfys. Belyurt's very interesting with Enfys. Django's also really good here. I think this is a pretty important pick. I'm going to speculate on the Belyurt. It's still pretty early. Double triggering that thing is good. And we got Massassi Group Marines. Ezra. Wow. Okay. Ezra and Massassi Group Marines. Both excellent cards. And the Sabine. So if we're going to go, let's say we go Belyurt. We have like 3 different kind of routes that we can take. Since all these, I could also just pick up the Massassi Group Marines and kind of solidify myself in a single color. However, I could be playing like Enfys and be going like Sabine here, and that would be pretty decent. The thing I'm thinking about is the splash base only works for 1 card. So if I'm pairing it, depending on the aspects I want to go, Millennium Falcon's still my strongest card because I can also double trigger this, by the way. Which means I want to match one of those aspects so it could be my secondary aspect. Which means Ezra's not as exciting. Sabine is decent and Massassi Group Marines is decent. I actually think the Group Marines is just such a fat unit that I just want it. Cloud Rider Veteran's not bad. It's very aggressive units. Bix is also not bad. I can go ahead and create some credit tokens. It looks like Command's going to be my secondary aspect here. Attack from all sides is a fine unit. Getaway Freighter can generate me some credit tokens. I can also double up that on attack trigger. Broken Horn. Broken Horn's actually really solid as well. Ooh. I could just take the Cloud Rider Veteran. I mean, it's a solid unit to play with Enfys. It's not exciting. Yeah, let's just take the Cloud Rider Veteran. All right, here, another Broken Heart. Oh, we got Enfys Nest Helmet. I think I'm just going to slam this one. I mean, this is great. Yeah, this is great. You can double this up with the Enfys Nest. That's a fantastic pickup. I think we're solidifying ourselves in the Enfys Nest game plan, guys. I mean, the next best card here is... I mean, Broken Horn's great. Broken Horn's a great card. This is a 5-resource, 5/4 space unit. If just that, it's worth it. But oftentimes, it's also going to... It may draw you a card. So I don't mind that at all. Syndicate Spice Runner is not that exciting. Patient Hunter is actually not bad in draft. But everything else is kind of mediocre. Like, Phoenix Squadron Fighters is fine, but Enfys Nest Helmet is incredible. That's an amazing card. I mean, this is a fantastic card. I'm surprised it is this late in the pack. Upgrades are fantastic if you could drop them on your leaders. Ooh, Enfys Nest Helmet is fantastic here. Now we've got Profiteering Hunter, which we can put on a unit. Rhydonium Detonation. Wow, I mean, a little Wrath effect ain't bad. We have Rebel Blockade Runner. I mean, not exactly anything that I am like super excited about here. I could take the Rebel Blockade Runner and go that direction. I could just take the Profiteering Hunter. I mean, Bosk is really excellent too. Wow. I don't know what people are drafting, but some of these uncommons are just like broken. Like, Bosk is one of those uncommons that's hard to pass here. Ugh. I'll take the Blockade Runner just because it works with my initial picks, and I don't think we can pivot away from Enfys Nest Helmet. I mean, it's just such a strong card. But I think between like, okay, Massassi Group Marines and Rebel Blockade Runner, I think the Blockade Runner is weaker. However, we do have the Artful Pickpocket, which is another cunning card. So that does put us more towards the cunning direction. It is a 2-drop. It's got Saboteur. It's not bad. Everything else here, I mean, it's either Villainy or Commence the Festivities. And I'm not a big fan of Commence the Festivities typically. So I'm just going to take my Artful Pickpocket. Rebel Blockade Runner came back. This is our original pack. I can take that, or I can take the Cartel Heavy Fighter. I think, you know, we're pretty aggressive. And we're pretty space-focused here. I'm going to take the Rebel Blockade Runner. And I think we are moving our way towards Cunning here. Cunning Aggression. A little bit of waffling here. It's always tough to determine what my opponents are doing. You know, a lot of people, when you're in a situation where a lot of people have drafted before, it's a lot easier to draft, to be honest. If no one's drafted before, or they're very uncommon, then it becomes a lot more difficult to figure out what the heck everyone's doing. So, Scavenging Sandcrawler is kind of weak. Unmarked Credits is kind of weak. I guess I'll take the Sandcrawler just because there's not really anything else that I can grab here. Like, I don't really want Unmarked Credits. I think Transmission Jamming is pretty bad, so. Yeah. What's up, Charles? Yes, more streams. More streams. Hans Golden Dice. I can double this up, maybe create some credit tokens. I mean, I don't think it's going to be incredibly relevant, but maybe. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that I'm excited about. Definitely got to pick up some more playables in the next packs, but we did waffle a little bit with the Forlom and the Belyart, and even the Massassi Group Marines. Those were speculative picks. I think both of those cards are just incredibly powerful on their own, so it's hard to pass. Mercenary Fleet. I mean, I guess I'll take the salvage materials. The Enfys Nest Helmet is an item. It might come in relevant. Rookie Rocket Jumper is actually not bad. This is a turn 1 play with shield token. Attack from all sides is also not bad. I mean, that's a 3 resource, 3 damage to a unit. I think I'm more interested in the units just because we have like Millennium Falcon and Enfys Nest, so we really want to have like early plays to be able to enable those. But yeah. All right. What do we got here? Thermal Detonator. You have Zeb. Oh, Zeb is gross. Oh, Zeb is nasty. I don't think we can pass Zeb. So, Thermal Detonator is kind of like a whatever card. Whatever rare. Defiant Hammerhead's a fat unit. Haymaker's really good, but it's not in our aspects. Wookiee Gorilla's fine. Rookie Rocket Jumper's fine. Circuit Challenger's actually pretty good. But Zeb is by far the strongest card in the pack. I mean, a 4/4 Sentinel that will just hit something for 5. I know that means that, like, if we're going to play Millennium Falcon, it may not come to pass, but there might be games where we draw one and not the other. Okay. We really want to stay on track here. Like, we really can't waffle too much at this point. I think even though this is a boring pick, I feel like we've got to take the Canyon front runner here. I think we just need to turn one play. I think we really need to lock in. We actually have some really powerful cards. Like Zeb is really strong. The 2 space units we have, Millennium Falcon's really strong. Enfys Nest Helmet's really strong. This also can double up, right? I mean, you could double up this on attack trigger. There's a lot of random on attack triggers, which is why I think Enfys Nest is actually pretty strong. So I'm gonna just lock in this Canyon front runner, and we're gonna see what happens. Next up, we've got Inspired Recruit, Windfall, create a bunch of credit tokens, Nile Stormsower. Relentless Hunters is just a fat unit. Inspired Recruit is just a 3/1. I could just take Inspired Recruit. I could just take Inspired Recruit. It's a nice cheap unit. I think I'm just going to go for it. I kind of just want cheap units. Oh, Fulcrum? Wow. So Celestin Sapper is pretty good. Wow. Charles, you can ask whenever. The chat is completely open. Feel free to ask whenever. So Hidden Hand Supplier isn't terrible. I mean, Master Codebreaker, what kind of gambits do we have? I don't think we really have any gambits. I don't think it's really a viable choice. Fulcrum's really strong, though. I can't have too many cards that are splash cards. I mean, I think Millennium Falcon, you pay for 5 and be fine. Zeb and Fulcrum. Fulcrum, I don't know if you really want to be paying 7 for. And we don't have that many Rebels. Okay, the Gang Bandits. We've got Criminal Contact, Cartel Heavy Fighter. Don't worry, I can that's the whole point of streaming. You can focus on the chat and in the gameplay. Circuit Challenger's not bad. It's a 5-cost unit, though. I do like Circuit Challenger. I do like Circuit Challenger quite a bit, actually. I think we just take Circuit Challenger. Wow, Command seems to be a lot more open here, though. I mean, the Partisan Ewing's not incredible. Scareflith is not incredible. Okay. I think the Baraka Shipbreaker is just what we have to find ourselves in. High Singer's not bad. Can I play High Singer for 5? Not really. I think I just have to take the Baraka Shipbreaker. I mean, we just have to find playables. We just have to really lock in to find our playables. I mean, our picks have all been playables, right? Every single card we've taken has been a card we're going to slam in our deck. And that's just kind of what we need to be doing. Okay, Mid-Rim Sharpshooter is actually pretty good. You get a 3-resource 3/3, but in some cases it's a 4-resource 3/3 that makes them discard a card, so not bad. Love the mechanism of Elspeth. Seems like you have something, but I could see her working in Twin Slings deck. Who would you pair her ability with? I would pair her with Maul, the new Maul. Go double green. And you could play, oh my gosh, Oppo Rancisis. And then you could have the strong keywords, but putting experience tokens on them. Bladewing. Whoa, Bladewing's still here. Bladewing's great. Yeah, philosophy, same thought process, just the new mall. I think the new mall is fantastic. Now, if you're looking for a different aspect to work with it, yeah, the new mall is where I would go. Ooh, Wookiee Gorilla came back. Okay, so how many 3-drops do we have? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 turn 1 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to take the rookie rocket jumper? It is just a 2-1 shielded. But this one's just a 2-4. Maybe the rookie rocket jumper is better. I'll take the Wookiee Gorilla. Yeah, I would play with the new mall. Play with the new mall. You could do something cool though, and this is really dependent on what you want to do, of course, but you can play it with Savage. And the reason I say Savage is you just play all of the cards Overwhelm, the new Savage that is, because it's going to give whatever unit you have on the board Overwhelm, period, like always. If you have one unit on the board, it's going to gain Overwhelm. That means that you can guarantee yourself Overwhelm to work with Elspeth. So you can play just Overwhelm cards and you can just accelerate through the curve. It's kind of it. I've tried that one. That's pretty fun. So honestly, either one of those. I think Maul's just powerful, and I think you should just play him just because. I guess I'll take Codebreaker. I'm not playing any of these. We'll take Night Wind Assailant. I think that's the best card in this pack. Second Sister should give everything hidden. Yeah, hidden's very good as well. There's not as many great hidden options since it was a mechanic that was released a lot later. Overall, it was pretty common. We got 2 Master Codebreakers, huh? I mean, I guess I'll pick up the second one. And you know, who knows? Maybe we pick up some gambits here. We don't have any gambits yet, I think. Hans Golden Dice. Is this worth playing? I don't think so. The Anaka Gang Bandits. All right, I mean, this is not nothing. I would play this in my deck as just like a top end fat threat. Totally fine. Totally reasonable here. Totally reasonable. And Payroll Heist. Cool. Okay, so everyone's going to lock in the last card. Let's see what we get in our final pack. So, Adventurous Sniper Rifle, not exactly what I want to see. The Max Rebo Band, you know, not nothing, but kind of out of aspect for us. Season Tracker, Celestin Sapper, Overcharged Transport. Axe Forgets. I mean, Axe Forgets is a gambit. It does bounce. Is that something that we want? A 4-2 probably just dies with the Celestin Sapper, which is the thing that I'm not exactly super excited about. It also came back last time. Maybe I just take Axe Forgets, and maybe I do pick up enough gambits to where Master Codebreaker is something that I really want. Emphasis Helmet is just so good that we can win just through that. Wow. Intimidator, Leppy Lookout, Expendable Mercenary. We're taking Guild Ambush Team. It's a very reasonable card. Nothing to complain about. Our 5-drop slot's not looking incredibly like stacked yet. We do have Zeb, and we do have where are you? The Circuit Challenger. So I don't mind. You know, all of our 5-drops do something immediately when they come in, and I do like that. Oh, this is interesting. This pack is very, very solid. Leppy Lookout's great. Shadow Cloaking's actually surprisingly not bad. C3PO can be very strong. Pirate Snub Fighter, but there is a Staccato Lightning Repeater, and I am definitely taking that. There is no chance I am taking anything else. The Lightning Repeater deals a little bit of damage to opposing units, but really it's just a 3-1 upgrade, and 3-1 upgrades are just good enough to play. Artful Pickpocket, backed by the Hutt's B-Wing Skirmisher. Hana. Ooh, Hana's good. Stalwart Fleet Trooper's not nothing either. Okay, let's figure this out. So we've got, let's assume I'm not playing the Master Codebreakers. 1, 2, maybe I don't count this, but 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'd rather lean towards the 2 resource play. Let's go ahead and grab that. B-Wing Skirmisher is not bad, but right now, I mean, I have 2 of the space units at 4. Oh, here we go. Weasel, that's exactly what I'm looking for in this deck. That's a great one to pick up. That can really, really give you a lot of power on board. I mean, this is turning into a pretty aggressive deck here, which I don't mind. Ooh, what a pack. This one's got Dog Pursuers, which is great. Alliance X-Wing, which is great. And Finn, which is disgusting. You know, right now we have Millennium Falcon, we have Zeb. Finn might be worth taking because this card is gross, like completely gross. This is a tough pack. There are 2 cards in here that I'd really, really love to have. The Alliance X-Wing, and I mean, the Finn is just disgusting. I think I've got to take Finn. The card's so broken. So broken. Oh, Fear and Dead Men. Oh my gosh, that is so sick. So sick. What a cool card. I have not seen too much of that since it's, you know, not too great. Yeah, Philosophy. Finn is disgusting. I mean, that is just like an absolute bomb. Uncommon. I think I'll just take my B-Wing Skirmisher now. I'm okay to play that. Stalwart Fleet Trooper, totally reasonable. The question is, do I want to get it from a certain point of view? So I have 3 cards right now that would benefit from a certain point of view. I could potentially even like drop in. I could potentially play like Forlom or Belyart, I guess, and play from a certain point of view. Or I could just take the 3/3 Sentinel. I think I'm a little bit short on playables. I think I got to take the 3/3 Sentinel here. Onaka Gang Bandit Season Tracker. I mean, I do have a 7-drop. I do have Finn. I could just take another 4 resource play. I mean, I kind of have a lot of those. This is kind of like a 4 resource play. I've got 3, 4 space units. Season Tracker's not great. I guess I'll take it, though. I think it's more important for me to make sure I've got something. All right, we'll take Everyday More Lies. I think the deck's actually pretty good. We've got some pretty big, heavy hitters in here. Soliston Sapper's back. Great. Immediate pickup there. Oh, B-Wing Skirmisher again? Sure, I'll take it. Pirate Snub Fighters. Guys, this is a great card. Like, I would take this very early in a pack. I cannot believe, is no one in, like, and a Wookiee Gorilla last pick? I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. So here's what we do, guys. You build the deck. You just sit back, pick your leader, whatever it is, pick your base, and then we'll just move that on over to Karabast, and that's how we're going to get our games in. So, and I'll figure out the matchups here in just a moment because it's going to give us the matchup. So, Enfys Nest here, we're going to go with the Cunning base. And then let's just get rid of the cards that we don't want. So, Payroll Heist, let's get rid of that. Oh, wait. Was there an easier way to look at this? All right, well, Inspire, let's just grab all of the ones that I think we are guaranteed to play. Axe Forgets. Yeah. We'll go one of these, one of those. Double B Wing, Double Rebel Blockade Runner, maybe Season Trackers. Millennium Falcon for sure. Guild Ambush Team. Blade Wing for sure. Zeb for sure. Finn for sure. Onaka Gang Bandits. All right, that is 26 cards. Our curve looks really nice here, actually. We've got essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turn 1 plays. So that's really good. That's a good amount. We've got 5 turn 2 plays, which honestly, I mean, this could go over here. You could really move that over. 4 on 4. Millennium Falcon's actually another turn 2 play. So we can go a little bit bigger. Maybe like Season Tracker isn't bad here. Just another filler card. Do we want another 3-drop? And do we want Brocca Shipbreaker or Wookiee Gorilla? And do we want to play Hans Golden Dice? Is the question. I don't feel like this is good enough to do that. I think we'll take the Wookiee Gorilla. So it's 28. Now, do we want to slot in the Belyart? I mean, this is a 7 resource play, but it could be relevant. We could put a Belyart and the Brocca. I think that's what we do. I'm not really seeing a 5 resource 4/4 being like all that exciting. I don't think Hans Golden Dice is going to be all that exciting. I think it's Belyart and then the Brocca, and then that's our deck here. This gives us, as a little highlight, we got a couple of non-unit cards. I'm trying to decide if I want to make any changes here. Can't join the draft. Draft is so much fun. I'm like, I can hop in a future stream. Yeah. I do this. We do this kind of often these days, so I think you would definitely be able to. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turn 1 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 turn 2 plays. We've got 5 on turn 4, 3, 4 kind of on turn 5 or 4. We have Blade Wing and Finn potentially. That just gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that we want to use our splash base for. So we're pretty much good to go on that. And then we got some really powerful we got like pure units, which is fine. Yeah, I'm liking it. All right, so ready to play. And what this does is it'll put us give us our opponents. So my opponent is Enaries. So the idea here is you're gonna. Oh wow, you can copy the deck link just straight up. Does that work? Did they change it? Oh, sick. Oh my gosh, sick. Okay, so I mean that's awesome. Basically, the game is playing it for you. So once you get ready to play, this pulls up automatically gives us our new matchups, right? And then all we do is copy link, paste. You're done. That's it. That's all you do. So, it is best of 3 is how we typically do it. Best of 3. And I'm fighting, and you'll just set up the lobbies at an Ares, however you guys want to work it out. I've just set up a public lobby. I will post my link for an Ares to join. I don't know who an Ares is, but yeah. Oh, there they are. Cool. Same name. Oh, we can see each other's deck list too. Oh my gosh, their deck is disgusting. They got Kanan and Zeb, double Ezra, Fulcrum. They're just all in on playing whatever. They're just all in on kind of playing whatever. Zeb, Kanan. I mean, they got a good curve too. I mean, Mastery's good. Nothing left to fear. Wow, this is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. Ooh, very, very tough. All right. Zeb and Kanan are nasty. Best of 3 is what it is. Best of 3. Oh, it's your name backwards. Makes sense. Makes sense. Nice job. Nice job. Hopefully I'm not butchering the pronunciation, but your deck looks sweet. I love the Hera blue. Really good start. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and start it up, or rather. Okay. There's also the Discord chat, by the way, if anyone's interested. You can also just post your games in the pod chat here, which is usually a little bit easier than trying to use Carabast or Stream Chat or whatever. Oh. Don't even know how to pronounce it. Yeah. That's funny. How do we know how to pronounce all of our made up names anyways, huh? Okay. I mean, what is this card? Hold on. What is this card? What is this card in my deck? All right. Well, one card is broken. That's fine. We'll just resource it. I'm keeping this. Yeah. I guess okay, Weasel's good here. They're gonna claim initiative. We'll pass. Wookiee Gorilla, Onaka, Gang Bandits. Let's just go ahead and do this, and then we'll see what my opponent plays here. I'm just gonna get in for 2 for sure. Kind of like a tournament. Very, very nervous about whatever my opponent could play. We're going to Axe Forgets that. We can't be having that come down. Soliston Sapper's pretty good here, actually. So they can play Kanan. It's good if they play Kanan. They just bounce the Weasel. But we also really don't want to be allowing them to just play whatever. All right, we'll go Soliston Sapper, knock out the Group Marines, and then we're going to play Inspired Recruit. Oh, they got Scarif Lieutenant as well, so they had a 1-drop to follow up as well, which is pretty... Okay. I mean, Zeb is very, very good. Now, unfortunately for us, we don't have a Cunning unit on the board, so maybe that was an argument to keep something else, but this is not bad. This is not bad. No, I can't see the card. All right. I mean, we're just gonna drop in Zeb and hit the Hera for 3, I think. Fulcrum. All right, let's kill the Scarif Lieutenant off. They can go ahead and give a token over to Hera, which is fine. I mean, Hera, if they attack into Zeb, it does die. I don't mind this spot. They're going to claim. I think I will just double up on here because I hit in for a lot of damage. Ooh, Finn. Unfortunately for us, we've already used our splash base. Bladewing's really good, but I do like having Weasel down because, I mean, that is 6 damage from Weasel. Just straight up Weasel. All right. I mean, Lost and Forgotten's a great card. Don't get me wrong, but this is going to be pretty rough. I mean, yeah, let's just go Bladewing, bounce the Elkenzian Patroller. My opponent's just ignoring us, and I don't know if they can actually do that. It's going to be really tough to just ignore us with Weasel plus Enfys Nest. I mean, this thing does 6 damage with Enfys Nest on the board. That's insane. Stalwart Fleet Trooper. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack in. We'll give Raid 2, trigger again, Raid 2. Fulcrum is a great card, guys. You're seeing it firsthand. If they deal with this Bladewing, I'm feeling pretty... I'm lacking confidence in this game, I will admit. If they do not have a way to deal with this Bladewing, I'm feeling like we are going to win. This thing will hit in for 7. And then we've got Circuit Challengers to kill off their Sentinel, and then we just win. Assuming they don't have an answer. But, I mean, they're Ezra here. All right. That means we win. All right, good game. Good game. Circuit Challenger's going to wrap it up for us. Weasel plus Enfys Nest here. Just, yeah, brutal. Fulcrum in a full Rebel deck, though? My gosh, is that a scary card? Is that a very scary card? Holy moly, this was a close game, to be honest. We were just like 1 or 2 turns away. Honestly, I think if my opponent just went through and knocked out the Weasel, I think we would have struggled a little bit more. We could have knocked out Hera, so we could have gotten Fulcrum out, but they have like so many cards that are scary. We didn't find the Kanan or the Zeb up against us, so ooh, scary stuff. Classic Veiled Wash. What do you mean? Getting flamed. We don't even have anything to sideboard in, unfortunately. We dodged some very powerful heavy hitters of theirs, so good for us. Still don't know what this card is. Could be a really important one, but still. Canyon Frontrunner, I mean, definitely not like super exciting to not be able to see it, but oh well. Stone Rain, what is going on? All right, let's go Canyon Frontrunner. Axe Forgets, Circuit Challenger. All right, I think I'll resource the Circuit Challenger. We can go Axe Forgets and Inspired Recruit this turn. So what's interesting about this is, like, if they decide to play a unit so they can get the value off the token, then we can go ahead and just kill off the... Oh, wait. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Unk Alert. Oh, geez. Rogue One is good too, but Axe Forgets plus Inspired Recruit, I mean, this is a good start. This is a very good start. Then we've got Rebel Blockade Runner, and we're going to be able to control the board with a Canyon Frontrunner. I mean, this is going to be a really tough start to come back from for my opponent. Now I get a choice of going Millennium Falcon or Rebel Blockade Runner. I think Millennium Falcon might be the play. I mean, we're going to be able to double trigger it. Oh, I could shrink down. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just kill Ezra. How broken is this Canyon Frontrunner, by the way? Oh, Canyon Frontrunner is disgusting. So that's what I was saying on turn one is if they play another unit to try to get the value from Scarif Lieutenant, I think this Canyon Frontrunner is going to take over the whole game. But they could still have like Zeb, for example, and Zeb is very, very good. Very scary. Let's just go ahead and attack in, -2, -0, trigger again, shrink down the Hera in case they have Fulcrum. Let's just go ahead and knock out Hera here. And then we've got Guild Ambush Team we can use to knock out the liberated Wookiee. I kind of do want to do this because if I don't do this, then my opponent's going to be able to play anything in their deck. And they're really limited on what aspects they can play with what they got. Okay, Stalwart Fleet Trooper's not bad. I can go double 3-drop here. Maybe I resource the Wookiee Gorilla and then I drop in Millennium Falcon and Stalwart Fleet Trooper. Because next turn I'm going to be able to play Zeb or Belyurt or any of those cards for 7 resources anyways. Finn's the only one that I wouldn't be able to play that I'd want to play. Oh no. Paladin saying I've got it's the Unk. Got the Unk here. How are you drafting on Karabast? So we didn't draft on Karabast. We just drafted and then moved our deck list over to Karabast. Even though we're super far ahead, there is still a situation where we do struggle. And that does involve like Kanan coming down. I think we just go Canyon Frontrunner, hit the base, -2, -0, -2, -0 to Leppy Lookout. The Canyon Frontrunner is incredible. I mean, look what Emphas Nest is capable of, though. I mean, that is nasty work, I will admit. That is nasty, nasty work. Stalwart Fleet Trooper is going to be pretty excellent here. There's the chops. Okay, I think I'll just... Let's go ahead and knock out the shield token from Leppy Lookout. Let's go ahead and knock out Leppy Lookout. And then I think I'll knock out Chopper and then drop in the Millennium Falcon plus the Stalwart Fleet Trooper. Yeah, let's just do this. I know this, again, this is like really, really playing it safe, but I don't know how my opponent ever gets out of this situation now, because we're going 2 cards a turn. They can't play half their deck, or if they are, it's going to be super expensive for them to do so. Let's just start off with an attack with Inspired Recruit. Okay, Jaunty Light Freighter. We'll go ahead and give -2, -0. I guess we'll pump up the End Fist. -2, -0. Pump up the End Fist. And I mean, now we just end the game, huh? Millennium Falcon, that's why this card's so great. Ooh, baby, this card's good. All right, that's a lot of damage that we're going to pile in here. We can go B-Wing Skirmisher, hit these 2 for 1, Solstin Sapper. And look at that. We could even have followed up this turn with another B-Wing Skirmisher and a Rebel Blockade Runner. That Canyon Frontrunner truly, truly was an absolute nightmare. It was disgusting. The Canyon Frontrunner completely dominated that game. Like, it solo won the entire game. I mean, Emphas Nest technically did help out. Like, when they played out the Ezra, 4 a.m. is European time, huh? You're in a lot of the European viewers. I see a lot of the demographics. European. It was great. Your deck looks awesome, by the way. I think we just got a little bit lucky there. But Inaris, very, very good games. I think I was very scared of the whole game. That second game, I was less scared because, you know, the Kanan and Zeb couldn't come down, so you didn't have other units. But the first game, when you had Fulcrum out, I was like, ooh, that's a little bit scary. The Circuit Challengers was fortunate for us. But I mean, we had to be scared of Kanan, Zeb, double Ezra, multiple units out of aspect. It is tough. It is tough. Is draft a tournament or just one game? So draft is just building the deck portion. Usually after draft, if it's 8 players playing draft, you play 3 rounds, best of 3, and that gives you 1 winner. And that was kind of the idea here, is potentially do that. But since what we want to do is get as many people in as many games as possible. Since we don't have any points on the line, I don't have any emotes set up or anything like that, we're not going to do the full 3 rounds because there's a lot of people that really wanted to draft and they weren't able to. So since we did the best of 3, Inaris, huge shout out, and everyone else that participated. I'm curious how all the other games went. I'm going to take a look at everyone's decks here because I'm curious and see which ones won. For those of you that are curious, this is the opponent that we fought. Very, very good deck, by the way. Very, very good deck. Lost and Forgotten, Nothing Left to Fear, removal options, very, very strong. They've got themselves some absolute heavy hitters when it comes to uncommons. They've got Ezra, double Ezra, Zeb, Kanan, disgusting. Super, super high steady units are just super, super board affecting. They've got some really nice upgrades in Fulcrum and Mastery. Both of those are game changers. They've got a really, really decent curve with Liberated Wookiees, plus Partisan Infantry, C-3PO on turn 1. So they've got enough turn 1 plays into a lot of turn 2 plays in the Massassi Group Marines, double up with Massassi Group Marines, plus the Rogue One. All of which are pretty much rebels. Like across the board, these are all pretty much rebels, which means Fulcrum is like an absolute bomb. Absolute bomb. I will say it looks like they didn't scrounge in enough playables is kind of how it seems to me. Like the Broken Horns are kind of shoehorned in. I wouldn't, because you can't really play that off of Hera. So Broken Horn is a 9 cost unit in this deck. So even if you're ignoring one of the aspects, it's 7 cost. So it doesn't really work out. Blade Wing, you can use the splash base to play. Oh, they also have Chopper, by the way. Same thing with Solstin Sapper. This costs 5. So I think like this portion is kind of not exactly playable. So they might have stumbled into this a little bit later on. But that's one of the hard parts about Star Wars Limited Draft is it's really tough to get the playables. Like even my deck, you know, was very, very close to not getting there. I mean, in our deck, we have the few cards that we're looking to play off of the splash base. Zeb is 7 resources or 5 for splash. Finn is 8 or 5 or 6 for the splash. Millennium Falcon's 3 or 5 or 3 for the splash. And then 5 Beliar Valence or 7. So even in this situation, like that's probably too many cards to play with the splash base. But the rest of the deck, it was kind of just a regular curve out deck, really. And then a little bit of strength from Memphis Nest. And Era says, it wasn't a playable issue. Forgot that Hera only works with heroism units. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, it totally happens. It totally happens. Sam's deck. Let's see what Sam's working with here. We had interesting Saw Gerrera coming out here. They got Double Defiant Hammerhead. High Singer's pretty nice. Benthic on turn 1. Looks like they splashed the Terramin, which I think is a great option. They got Deveronian Doorbuster. This one's pretty good. I mean, Backed by the Huts is pretty weak typically. This one's very, very weak. The Urks are good though. Hunter for Hires are not bad, especially if you're playing a deck with a lot of credit tokens. This just seems like a pretty reasonable curve out style deck. You know, it's interesting. I find it very difficult to really construct the list without heroism or villainy in draft. So I try to stay away from those types of cards. I don't think they're all that strong. A-Fish has got Vader Yellow. That's sick. They got triple Storm Raider, triple Prototype TIE Advanced, double Haxian Aggressor. So this deck is super aggressive. I mean, if you stumble a little bit, you're going to get overwhelmed. I mean, this thing could put on tons of pressure, especially since Darth Vader can deal damage to a base as well. I'm the only one that can see deck list, so I'm cheating. And Ares says I'm cheating. Totally. I'm so cheating. Not, they didn't say that, but I did not realize that I was the only one that could see deck list. So that was fun. Great. So yeah, pretty aggressive. Pretty aggressive there. Aura Red next up. Not bad. A little bit of removal here. -2/-2s. You got the Cavern Angels X-Wing. Lots of events that are interesting. Fear and Dead Men as a card. I think that's actually not a bad one in draft. BT1's a classic. Sniper Rifle. Okay. Compare that with the Aura and do some work. Just kind of snipe off a bunch of units. That's pretty sick. Pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm mega cheating. Mega cheating. This one, Vel Green, the triple Leppy Lookout. Wow, what a curve. I mean, that is an insane star. Triple Leppy Lookout. They got Partisan Infantry, Bunta Eve Flag Bearer, which isn't bad. And then they kind of just looks like they got some solid units in the deck. I mean, Leppy Lookouts are scary good with Vel, since you got the shield token and so much power already. Wow. The triple Leppy Lookout's kind of insane. Another Emphas Nest Blue. We have triple Bith Brute, Chio Fane, Fear and Dead Men on the splash. This thing is 9 resources, unless you're discarding cards, which you're not really doing in this deck. They've got the Patient Hunters, which are splashing as well. A lot of Commence the Festivities. Interesting. Okay. And then the last deck, just for fun. And then we'll start up another draft. They got Boba Yellow, Max Rebo Band, Deveronian Doorbuster. They're the ones that took Django and Boss. Excellent cards. Absolute bombs. Triple Expendable Mercenary. One of the things with Expendable Mercenary that I've been unimpressed with is there's not a lot of cards to really ramp into. However, if you're going to find a deck that actually has the cards to ramp into it, this is the one. I mean, look what they've got. Double Jabba's Rancor, double Mercenaries Fleet, and the Suntal Berserker. That is a lot of power. This is a deck that can really utilize Expendable Mercenary. I've always had trouble trying to get it to work because, you just don't have the top end to support all the extra resources you're getting. But wow, double Jabba's Rancor plus double Mercenary Fleet. Okay. Not bad, guys. Not bad. All right. That was sick. I'm curious if anyone... let me know if everyone's finished with their lists. I'm going to run another poll for the next draft. Since we're just doing this for fun, I was thinking about doing kind of like a little bit of a tournament, but I don't have like any rewards set up. Let me ask you guys, what would be a fun... what would you guys want to win in the stream? We'll do a little community polling here. What would you guys want to win? And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna start another poll. So we did set 7. So what set to draft? We've got set 5. I'm gonna put set 1 and set 2 in there, and those ones are the ones that I think I saw the most interest in. Set 6 was not a common one that people wanted. Set 3, set 4. Looks like some people gotta go, so we're just gonna redo the draft. Okay, cool. Cards, set 5. Cards. The patrons actually have an option to spend some of their points on getting signed cards from me. Some of the tournaments that we do. Maybe we could do something similar to that. It's kind of hard to keep track of all the points, but it's easier to do on Twitch because they have like a little channel point systems. Maybe that. If I get Twitch set up, maybe that's an option. That Cassian showcase signed by yours truly. I gotta work on my signature, by the way. I practiced a little bit but I'm expanding my signature. All right, set 5 clearly wins. As such, let's get into another draft here. That was pretty fun. I think we had a pretty good deck. I think like it wasn't amazing, but we had a really nice curve and we had some really, really big powerhouses with Enfys, and then we had the strength of Enfys synergy. So Canyon Frontrunner, Enfys Nest Helmet. We didn't even get to see those, but yeah. Signed Endless Legions would go hard. Yeah, it would. It would. I'm not gonna lie, it would. All right, draft. Let's all right, let's delete this draft. And then let's delete this one. Oh. Okay. Standard draft. We've got Legends of the Force as the choice. Let me go ahead and copy the link. All right, go ahead and join in on the chat. Let me go ahead and post it in chat. If you have already participated, wait, there we go. Then try to let some other people in, but well, I don't think there was that many people that missed out. So we might even be able to do a third one after this. Felix, Ninja, the Bruce, Shooter, Jacob Lee. Jeff's going to wait and see if we need another one to join. Fair. Jeff's the hero. Yes, game. Appreciate you coming by and joining in for the draft. It's always fun. I don't know. I could sit here and just draft. I don't even need to play the games. I could just sit here and draft. So, game, thanks for stopping by. Game of Praise. Appreciate it. All right, Jeff, looks like there's a spot open. If you want to join in, you are welcome to. Gonna go ahead and put the timers on. I think a minute is plenty of time. That way we can kind of keep the games moving. Striker says he's finally in it. Striker, what is your name? Let's see. I'm going to start the draft here in just a little bit. All right. Jeff is in. Or Bob, I should say. Let's start the draft. You guys ready? Shuffling packs. Gotta shuffle the packs. Oh, baby, we got Darth Revan. All right, we can't pick Revan. It's just garbage. I'm sorry, Revan. I'm sorry. Bad leader. Oh. What we do have, though, is Snoke. And Snoke is disgusting. Now, I'm going to get a Grand Inquisitor or a Cal Kestis, and then we probably have a Cal Kestis coming up after that. So we're guaranteed to get Grand Inquisitor, Cal Kestis, most likely at least. Talzin's really good. Obi-Wan is excellent. Snoke is excellent. It's going to be the immediate pick. And I think it's really the only leader choice that I have. There's a Grand Inquisitor. Sweet. So we're going to get Grand Inquisitor, Cal Kestis, exactly like I said. Kind of expected that. You know, my opponent, they could have picked Cal. Or they could have picked Grand Inquisitor, rather. And then we would have picked up Cal. And then, yeah, it doesn't matter. We were guaranteed to get these two options. Like, guaranteed. Oh, they're going to double up on double Cal so that I don't get Cal. All right, well, Jeff is trolling us. It's fine. He's choosing not to even ask for a heroism leader. That's fine. All right, let's see what we start with. Oppo Rancisis, huh? This one's not bad. Hive Defense Wing isn't bad. I love Inquisitor's Lightsaber, though. Inquisitor's Lightsaber is very good. Hive Defense Wing isn't bad. You know, none of these cards are particularly strong. Normally, Opal-Rinsys isn't bad, but the problem is that we're not going to play a... We're not going to play the double green. So I think our really only choices here are Inquisitor's Lightsaber or Hive Defense Wing. And I think Inquisitor's Lightsaber is just the strongest here, so let's go ahead and pick that up. I pick Revan probably. I mean, I do play a lot of Revan myself, to be honest. I do. Eris over here with the Obi-Wan Snoke pack. That's sick. What a great start for that. Oh man, we are on all hero villainy. So Eth, Koth, and Kiad, even though they're great, is not something that we can really take. We've got like Exegol Patroller, which is not bad with Snoke as another option. We do have 1-drops that we can play with Snoke. I think here we're gonna stay in green. I think I'm just gonna pick up the Exegol Patroller. It's really nice with Snoke. It turns into a 4-powered unit on turn 2. I really like that. Yeah, Kiadi's really good. Eth Koth is really excellent. We can't go in those directions. We don't have a heroism unit. Oh, another Jedi Consular, huh? Oh, well, there's a Grogu here too. Okay, I mean, Strike Ship. Maybe we just go full on space. Heliostar Compass isn't bad. I mean, I think, I mean, you can go Outer and Mystic, but you can't put experience tokens on it for Snoke. I'm kind of down on that one. We got Unleash Rage. Really not that strong of a pack. I'm just going to take the Strike Ship, or we might be just going that direction. All right, we got Rey, Old Daka, Cure Wounds, Acolyte of the Beyond. So Acolyte does generate the Force for us on turn 1, which I do like. Old Daka's not bad. You can double trigger. I mean, it's just a fat unit. Do I want to limit myself into like the Strike Ship, or do I just want to pick up the Old Daka because of straight power level? I think I've got to pick up Old Daka here just because it's a 5 resource 6/6. I mean, it's so good. Keep second a limited PQ for the set. Love drafting it. Oh, that's awesome. I did pretty well at the tournaments I've played in, but even though I play a lot of Premier, limited is like the format that I love. If I had played that, I think I would do pretty good at the limited. Oh, Karis. Ho, fantastic pickup here. Wow. That is like the card that I want. Wow. Yeah, not only that, but it also works with Old Daka. Yeah, that's an immediately slam dunk. Okay. Screw Strike Ship. We don't need that. We've got Old Daka and Karis. Yep. We've got a game plan now. We got a game plan. Yeah, but I play a lot of draft. I just play a lot of limited. Like, when I used to play Magic, I would be playing multiple drafts a day. When I play Star Wars, every single time I got a chance, I'd Winston draft. I would, do the 8-player drafts. I would draft all the time. Limited is like my favorite format, and I really hope that I'm able to participate in some of the limited events. I know that we're trying to get someone to sponsor the stream and everything, and I would love to go down to his store, sometime soon and participate in some of the tournaments that he hosts. It would be so fun. Purge Trooper, Knight of Ren. Ooh, Knight of Ren looking good here. Knight of Ren's looking good. I mean, Purge Trooper's also great, but Knight of Ren's just a fat unit. This is a great start to the draft. Very, very streamlined. We got some pretty big power in Karis and Old Daka. We got a nice upgrade and even have a little bit of space interaction. I am a big fan. Oh, another Knight of Ren? Ooh, and Drain Essence, huh? Oh, and a Whirlwind of Power? Oh, man. Do I take the Knight of Ren or do I take the Whirlwind of Power? Drain Essence is good, but we do have ways to generate the Force so far. Whirlwind of Power is only excellent, though, if we're able to have a Force unit on the board. Right now, we've got Old Daka and Karis. I mean, I think it's Whirlwind of Power over Knight of Ren, but Knight of Ren's such a big unit. I'm going to take Whirlwind of Power. And the reason I'm doing this is there's a good chance that Daenerys over here, they're on Snoke. They're not on Snoke, I should say, because there's not a lot of villainy going through, or at least I'm really heavily cutting that. Alongside that, I mean, maybe shoot over here is taking a lot of cards for Obi-Wan. It's hard to say, but Relic, Scavenger, Hyperspaced Wayfarer, Acclimator, Assault Ship. I mean, I guess I'll take the Relics. I could also take Balin. I can just take Balin. I mean, I don't really want the Relic Scavenger. Balin's not playable. I'm not going to play him, so I'll just take the card that's decent. Pelimoto could be good. Put some experience on my vehicles. I think I'll just take the HK Assassin Droid. Not too great of picks. None of these cards are really excellent. Nihilus would be very, very strong. Nihilus would be excellent. Okay, we've got Sith Legionnaire, Fallen Jedi. I don't mind either of these cards. Do I want the Legionnaire, or do I just want the Force unit? I think with Whirlwind of Power... I mean, we do have two... I mean, this thing's going to be very, very high-powered. I don't think many decks are going to want that. Fallen Jedi is just such a good Force enabler. You kind of just want this. But Sith Legionnaire is cheap and super, super high powered in our deck. Oh, I think I'll just take the Fallen Jedi. I think I'd rather. I'll take Pelio Star Compass. I'm on that. I'd rather have villainy cards that enable the Force game plan and have more of them than not being able to enable the Force and being kind of stuck with a bunch of random units that just have high power. Really want to be able to enable the Force. All right, we've got a couple of cards. I'll take Grappling Guardian. Actually, it's really, really fine. It's just a kill a space unit, so I'm actually happy to take that one. Nice little top end option there. Pretty good. Auto drafting, you have a time limit, so if you don't make a pick, you do need to pick quickly. Oh, I see. It's auto draft. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Felix. I don't know why that might be happening. I was like, maybe it's taking a while to, but no, I see that it just kind of completely slammed as soon as you can. Oh my gosh, we got to cheer it. That card is dumb. Battle Fury is also really excellent, but cheer it is fantastic. Oh my gosh, cheer it is amazing. Yeah, I mean, we're slamming cheer it. It's not even a conversation. All right, what do we got next? Torrent Attack, Praetorian Guard. Forge Starfighter is actually pretty good. It's a 2/2 raid 1 in our deck. Praetorian Guard we can give itself Sentinel. Torrent Attack is really excellent though. So I don't know if anyone else wants the Forge Starfighter. There's a chance that we could wheel that. I think I'm looking at this Torrent Attack because everyone's going to have Force Seed. This is a 5/5 ambush for 5. It's quite good. It's quite good. I think the best cards in this pack, might be Scythe is quite excellent. Lorsan can be really decent. I mean, there's really not that many cards, so maybe the Forge Starfighter's not going to come back. I just don't know if anyone, if I was anyone else, I would really not want this in my deck. Unless I was Snoke, but there are 2 Snokes on the battle. Oh, we didn't. Dang it. What did we grab? Okay, we got the Torrent Attack anyways. I didn't click it. Okay, Kylo Ren or the Sun. Whoa. Bolstered Endurance is here too. Oh. Kylo Ren is a Force card. I really want Force units, but the Sun is like the mega payoff. Yikers, man. I don't think... Oh, man. I don't think we need the Sun to win, but it is like the perfect top end. We're missing out on Bolstered Endurance, Kylo Ren. If we take the Sun... Oh, we gotta do it, guys. We've gotta do it. We have to. I have to take it. It's just too cool not to. It is too cool not to, is what it is. I just have to take it. Yeah, the Sun is excellent if you can make it that for. You are totally right. Star Wars Academy. You are totally right. It's just a question of... That's more of like a win more card. Because like if we're on 6 resources Snoke, I feel like we are just going to win. You know, if we got Snoke deployed, you know, I just feel like we're going to win. HK is great. Hive Defense Wing is okay. I think I'm going to take that. Even though the Awakened Spectre's here, I like the Restore 1 nature of this card. Ogdo, Awakened Spectres, Kondu, Minok, Luthen. Maybe I just like the Awakened Spectres. It is a night card. It's not a force card, though. Maybe Luthen's better. Porg? Are we porging it? No. Ogdo is pretty weak because we can't like guarantee that it's going to be able to attack. I don't mind the Minok, though. It's just, it's not a villainy card, so not as exciting. I'll take the Minok because it can hold upgrades. Another Terrentitech, another Inquisitor's Lightsaber. Oh my gosh, guys. Terrentitech is great. Terrentitech is great. How do I... Oh! I mean, Terrentitech is great. I've got to take the lightsaber, though. We've got Chirrut and the Minok. We just got to take the lightsaber. Ooh. Another Minok. I'm taking it. I mean, if we just drop in a bunch of Minoks in space and then load them up with Peliostar compasses and Inquisitor's lightsaber, I mean, mind you, these are creatures. We can load them up with upgrades and just hit face. And then we just play Chirrut or Terrentitech as a follow-up. I mean, it's not a bad plan at all. I wish this was a villainy card. This makes me think that someone else is playing Snoke. Oh my gosh, another Minok, but this one's a Vane. I don't mind this one. Maybe I just pick this one up. Crushing Blow is not bad either, though. Yeah, I think I'll take Davana. It's nice to be able to like put experience tokens on this guy and then defeat this one and move it over to like the Minox that we might have. So I don't actually mind that. I think it's actually pretty good. This is nice. I mean, we've curved out very nicely. So Exegol Patroller Karis, and then we've got Minok, Vane, which is 5 turn 1 plays. And then we've got Knight of Ren, Fallen Jedi as 3 resource plays, plus another Fallen Jedi. Look at that. Great. Great. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Definitely on the lookout for more Chirruts. Definitely looking on the lookout for more. Okay, there's Forged Starfighter. Praetorian Guard. Do we want the Forged Starfighter or do we want the Praetorian Guard? I think Forged Starfighter is actually really good with what we've got going on right now. But the Praetorian Guard fills in a curve a little bit better. You know, when in doubt, you pick the cheaper card always. I'm taking the Forged Starfighter. I think it's actually pretty strong. It is pretty strong. All right. I mean, I don't think we care about Army of the Dead. I'll just take the Minok. Minok's really good. I am surprised at how many Minoks are coming around. It holds upgrades. It holds upgrades in space. I mean, it is great. It's completely great. Priestesses of the Force. I'll take it, I guess. I don't think we're gonna get to this stage of the game all that often. Same thing with the Sun, but you know, maybe we'll be able to get 5 shield tokens to units and just make it so that my opponent knows that they couldn't have hit our units. Can't really play the Minoc. I mean, I'm on the lookout for many upgrades now. I am like, Inquisitor's Lightsaber is great, but I'm looking for a little bit more higher powered ones. +1, +3 isn't like insane when you're trying to be aggressing with like the Minocs. So I much rather pick up like what upgrades are in this for? What's the blue one? Is it? It's not Heirloom Lightsaber. I thought there was a villainy one. Maybe I'm wrong. Wig Inspector's totally fine. Fillable card. I'll take it. Banking Clan Shuttle. It's not bad. 3/3 in space. You know, we could have played Grand Inquisitor. It would not have been bad, but yeah, I mean, Snoke is just so much better. All right, let's see what our rare here is. I don't feel like we've gotten anything like truly powerful yet. Like our first pick was Inquisitor's Lightsaber. Our first pick of this pack, I should take that back. Chirrut is probably the biggest uncommon bomb you could get. So I take it back because Chirrut is disgusting. I take it back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have Chirrut. I forgot. All right, what did we get? Depa is great. Psychometry is bad. Corrupted Saber is not terrible. Protect the Pod, Supremacy Tie. These are totally fine cards. I mean, Protect the Pod isn't bad. It is a decent removal option. I think I'll probably just take that. Jedi Knight's pretty good. I mean, Depa is great. That is a fantastic card. I think I just have to take the Protect the Pod. Supremacy Tie is really good, though. We do have a lot of space here. I gotta take the Protect the Pod. You know, we've got fat butts like Knight of Ren Karis. We've got Chirrut. We've got Fallen Jedi. It's gonna deal like 4 or 5 damage, especially with like upgrades placed on things. Yeah, it's gonna be too good. Keep in mind that our like big units. Okay, Secret of Sage, Knight of Ren. We really don't have that many Force synergy cards. We got Minox and such. I guess there's also Watto, but I'm not a huge believer in Watto. I think I'm just going to take the Knight of Ren. It's just a big unit. I'm just going to take a big unit. Secret of Sage is good, but we focus so much on turn 1 plays. Like, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already have 6 turn 1 plays. Heavy Blaster Cannon, huh? Padawan Starfighter. I think I'd rather have the Supremacy Tie. Take the Supremacy Tie. It's a nice Sentinel in space. Grappling Guardian. Ooh, Eighth Brother. Whoa, 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 whoa. Eighth Brother is incredible here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Eighth Brother immediately slamming that. Wonder why opponents are playing to where they don't want Eighth Brother. I mean, this card is fantastic. 6 cost, 5 powered ambusher is just gross. Plus a little bit of force value. Well, there's a big space unit if you want it. Heirloom Lightsaber. I'm taking it. I mean, I think, yeah, I think upgrades are great. I think we can just drop this on a Minoc and just win. I don't mind the Praetorian Guard, but it wheeled last time. I know it's like gonna be really low. Like there's 7 picks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it's very unlikely for it to come back, but Supremacy is a big unit. I really like Heirloom Lightsaber. It's gonna be an incredible card. Overpower army. You know, I mean, I think I'm just taking Ascension Cable. Ravenous Gundarks are fine. Army of the Dead is fine. Overpower. I don't think it's very good. You can just take Ascension Cable. Okay, Exegol Patroller, Eye of Scion. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, Eye of Scion's a great card. But is it actually something that we want? I think actually Exegol Patroller is just better in this spot. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 space units. Like, we really are going heavy space. I think Exegol Patroller is going to work out really well for us. Another one? Yeah, I'm just slamming it. We've got a game plan. It's to kill our opponent in space. It's going to be turn 1, Minoc, turn 2, Exegol, or upgrade on Minoc plus experience token. Or maybe it's like Exegol Patroller plus experience token. And then the following turn, it's like experience token plus upgrade. You know, I mean, we got so many options, but it's hard to just beat space unit into space unit into space unit, upgrade it, space unit into space unit into space unit. And that's what we're going to be doing. Very, very heavy space focus, but that I think is going to be totally okay. Outer Rim Mystic. This is the deck that are the cards that came back. I'm going to take up the Corrupted Saber. I think, you know, nice little upgrade here is going to be fine. Got whatever here. I mean, I guess I'll take the best card. Maybe Perch Trooper. Ravenous Rathtar is actually not bad either. Maybe I'll just take that. Big fat unit. Sorceress Blast, probably the best card here. Yeah, I can't give experience to Minoc. I meant, yeah, I meant like experience to the Exegol Patroller, the wait to the following turn. Because I was thinking, oh yeah, we can't give experience, so we have to have like more like 4 resources before we can do that. But what we can do is like maybe Forged Starfighter, upgrade on Minoc. Hey, you know, there's just things that there's so many options that we've got. Directed by the Force. I guess I'll take Village Tender. I don't know. None of these care. I'll take the Supremacy. It's fine, guys. I'll take it. We'll get to Supremacy, and then all of our space units will be fat space units. Although our Minocs are just chilling. They're not going to get any upgrades, so poor Minocs, I guess. J-Type Nubian is the last card. Okay. Let's see who we're fighting here. Let's get our 3 games in here, huh? Let's see who we're fighting. All right, let's build the deck. We've got Snoke, blue, and Supremacy Tycheris, Exegol Patrollers, Minox, Vannay, the Lightsaber, Star Compass, Force Starfighter, Knight of Ren. All these are going in. The Terentitech, definitely. Chirrut, definitely. Heirloom, definitely. Protect the Pod. I'll put the Sun in. Grappling Guardian, 8th Brother for sure. Where am I at this point? Old Daka. So we've got 27 playables with all the cards that I'm like, yeah, immediately for sure playing. So now the question is, do I want Relic Scavenger? Do I want Priestesses of the Force? Do I want Awakened Specters? Or do I want one of these upgrades as well? I think we do want one of the upgrades, and I think I'm leaning towards Corrupted Saber. So I like Corrupted Saber here. I like the higher power amounts, because I think we're going to be pretty aggressive. And then I also think Relic Scavenger could be relevant for Restore 2. Maybe I take Sorceress Blast. Our 4-drop slot's looking a little sparse. I think I will put Awakened Specters in there. It is a 4/5. It's not bad. I mean, we do have 2 upgrades, Protect the Pod, so maybe we're going to have ways to use our resources is the thing I'm thinking of. I could play Lightsaber Throw. We've got 2, 3, 4 lightsabers. 4 resources for 4 damage and draw a card. Maybe I just want the Restore. Maybe I just want the Restore. I think this is good. I think this is totally fine. We have 9 turn 1 plays, which is exactly what I want. We have the Sun in here, which is going to be really fun. We'll see if this actually comes into play at all. Chirrut's going to be an absolute powerhouse of himself. Yeah, seems good. Seems good. We got Ninja. I will, I'll copy the invite link. I'll post the message in the chat for Ninjo to join. And then in the meantime, I got to run to the bathroom real quick. So I will be right back. Let me go ahead and... All right, I'll be right back. All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the chair stream. Hopefully you enjoyed the chair stream. Ninjo, I have put our Carabas lobby in the pod chat. So just check that out. Try to join there. Whoop. And Eris says that that their deck is disgusting. And I'm very curious, but I won't look because I'm cheating. I would be cheating if I would be looking right now. Not that I'm their opponent, but I don't want anyone else to know. So we will take a look afterwards because I am very excited. I love seeing everyone's decks. I think our deck is okay. I would be okay. I think we could win a lot of games like this. I think it's definitely above average. And I think really it comes down to just the fact that we're going to be super aggressive in space and we're going to be able to rush down people. And, you know, but we don't have like the big powerhouses that you're really hoping for outside of Chirrut. Chirrut is like probably one of the best uncommons, if not the best uncommon for limited because of just how obnoxious it can be on the ground. And it's like the perfect card for us because we're going to go in space. We're going to maybe play a force unit and then we're going to play Chirrut and just sit behind that guy. But, you know, Excal Patroller, turn 1 into turn 2, another Excal Patroller, put an experience token on into turn 3. Like, just hit for 8 is good. Hard to beat, really. Really hard to beat. All right, Ninjo. Do we have an opponent? Ninjo. I could try let me try to create a new lobby here. All right. Try one more time. We'll see if we can get someone in here. If not, if someone else is having trouble, we'll just find an opponent. We'll find an opponent. Yeah, I mean, Chariot's gross, but Talzin's Assassin, that's another one we would really want. Obviously, Darth Tyrannus, something like that. We didn't get any like very powerful rares that we might be looking for. Additional Karases would be excellent. You know, there's cards like that I'd really be wanting. Craving Power, of course, is amazing. A few more removal options. Shatterpoint is pretty good. So your opponent is also not enjoining. LeBruce. Is that your opponent? LeBruce? But you let me know if they're joining in a little bit. Otherwise, you know, maybe we'll join. Striker. Shooter. That's Shooter, right? Your opponent wasn't joining? Yeah, we'll just match up here. We're here to have some fun in the games anyways, so we'll fight Shooter now. Let's do it. I'm in. And if Anaris' opponent doesn't join, then I will get in some games against them afterwards. Ready whenever you are. I don't have any messages from my opponent, so I don't know where they went. Maybe they just left. Maybe they just left. As a note, if you're trying to host a lobby in Karabast, you cannot choose the current card pool selection, since that is only going to consider set 7 limited cards, and it would include this set. So make sure that you choose unlimited. That might cause some problems. Revan Blue. Okay. Lots of gameplay here. I like it. I like it. It's going to be hard for Revan to get some value against Snoke, I will say. All right, this is the hand that we kind of wanted. I'm going to be honest, guys. I mean, Exegol Patroller into Minarch plus experience. I mean, this is kind of exactly what we were looking for. In fact, it's so good. I think I resourced Knight of Ren and Helios Star Compass. Maybe it's Inquisitor's Lightsaber. Yeah, it looks like maybe your opponent is struggling over there. Curious Flock turn 1. They're going to make a 2-2. All right. They're gaming over there. They're gaming the Curious Flock turn 1. Okay. Tell me this is not exactly what our deck is trying to do, right? We're going to screw the Protectopod, and we're just going to go face. Like, we are rushing them down. I mean, 2 resources, 3 power. This is going to be tough for my opponent. I'm going to be honest. Whirlwind of Power is good and all. Sure. You know what's really good, though? More space units. Double Inquisitor's Lightsaber, Grappling Guardian. We'll resource that one. Yeah, you're totally, you know, I'll totally get into another game here. If you're missing an opponent, for sure. I'm just here to get in some games, have some fun. So yeah, let's do it. Opponent trying to decide what they want to resource here. Clearly, we put them on the back foot already. I mean, this is a good hand, but Whirlwind of Power is the type of card that they really need to deal with me, I think. So if they have a lot of these, then maybe they could do some work here. Do I want to go? No, we just have to attack for 4 and then play these 2 out. Double Inquisitor's Lightsaber on Minoc could be good. It could also just be pretty mediocre, so we'll see. They're going to claim initiative. That's a lot of upgrades, huh? That's a lot of upgrades. I mean, here's the thing. If Minoc dies, so be it. If Minoc dies, so be it. Do they have another removal event here? Tragedy of Plagueis coming in. All right. I mean, Tragedy, my opponent has had 2 removal events, right? That is what you're looking for if you're fighting me. So, I'll not too bad, not too bad. They're going to deploy Revan. It's a turn earlier than me, but we are going to load up this Minoc here. And, I mean, they've got the Restore going in, so it's going to be pretty powerful. Let's pass. 8th Brother. Wow. Stellar pickup there. 8th Brother is pretty good here. We'll see. My opponent could have multiple different removal events to follow that up. So we will find out. All right. They want to resource something different. We will let them do so. Another Whirlwind of Power. All right, my opponent's had a pretty disgusting hand, to be honest. Double Whirlwind of Power and Tragedy of Plagueis. That's good stuff. My opponent can kill off 8th Brother if they want. That does give us the opportunity to kill off Revan, so I'm okay with that. They're down to 3 resources. Hopefully they don't have another Whirlwind of Power. If they do, we can kill off Curious Flock, I suppose. Consumed by the dark side. I mean, here's the thing. I will kill Revan. And if they want to trade here, we are left with a 4/9 in space. It's fine with me. Yep. All right, let's pass. We got another Minoc, 4-star fighter. I mean, this is what our deck does. It's what our deck does. I really can't be opposed to it. My opponent with the double Whirlwind of Power, Tragedy of Plagueis hand, though. Making us struggle a little bit. Army of the Dead. That's very, very strong. So let's see here. Do I want to go both units down, or do I just want to play Corrupted Saber? Corrupted Saber is going to be 6. I mean, I think I just go Corrupted Saber here and get in for the damage. Army of the Dead is good, but they're playing Forged Starfighter as well. I don't think that is a card you're going to want to be playing in that deck. But you know what? My opponent's got it. They've got it. Forged Starfighter coming in. It's worse. Okay. They've got some cards. I'll say that. I mean, these are some crazy plays. I love it. This guy has played 1, 2, 3, 4 removals. I love it. All right. I mean, these are the cards we were looking for a little bit sooner, but let's see if my opponent's got an answer here immediately. Up against a lot of removal. Whirlwind of Power, Water of Power, Tragedy of Plagueis. It's worse. Yeah. Grappling Guardian, huh? Dang, opponent. Calm down there, huh? This has Overwhelm, by the way. So I don't even need to use a experience token, but they say GG. Are we going to live 1 HP? We did. Nice. Good game. Very close. I mean, my opponent has some incredible amount of removal, though. Holy moly. Someone stop them. Jeez. Well, this is kind of what we expected. No, this is exactly what we were looking for. I mean, this is literally what our whole deck does, is Exegol Patrollers and Minocs. We'll see if my opponent's got Whirlwind of Power again and that type of stuff. Do I want to go with Minoc on turn 1 because of that. Got the sun. No, Minoc dies anyways, so you may as well just play with the Exgol Patroller. We've got our own Whirlwind of Power, huh? Doesn't kill anything right now. I think I'll resource it. And if they kill the Exgol Patroller, I think I'm just going to go Knight of Ren. Just a big unit. Just going to kill their units. All right. I mean, I think I'm still going to go Knight of Ren here. I think I'm still going to go Knight of Ren. The way they're playing, they're passing. Yeah, they've got Whirlwind of Power, and they're waiting for me to put an experience token on Exgol Patroller so they can kill it. It's very, very obvious. Very, very obvious is what's happening here. That's okay. We knew that was happening. Very, very obvious. I will kill off Kylo Ren immediately. If they have Whirlwind Power, it's a nice 2-for-1 for us. We've got Eighth Brother in here. I think we can play a slower game, and it'll benefit us pretty well. Knock out Kylo Ren here. If they got Whirlwind of Power, so be it. We're going to go double 2-drop in space. So it's going to be a pretty good curve out for us. We could also potentially go Inquisitor's Lightsaber on this Knight of Ren. Ooh, that's the card that that is very, very hard for us to beat, to be honest. That's very, very good. Yeah, it's just difficult for us to beat that. That one card, you know, that one card, those are the types of cards that we didn't see. We didn't see a single Talzin's Assassin in the entire draft. There's the Crushing Blow, so they've got another card. Sure. All right. Opponent, Crushing Blow, Whirlwind of Power. I mean, they're just like straight control, I guess. You know? Sure enough. Let's claim here. Old Doc is decent. Let's go Fifth Brother, knock out the Talzin's Assassin. Fifth Brother is an excellent card, though. It's a great way to do it. Hey, Terry. Jumping in to learn. Is that another Whirlwind of Power? Sure. Whirlwind of Power. Talzin's Assassin. Crushing Blow. Yeah. We've seen it all before. Magistrate Scout. I think I just ignore the Revan at this point. We have a much stronger board. Whoa, what a pickup here. Yeah, I'm gonna play Karis and Chirrut on this turn. I mean, I think at this point we just can't lose. Grappling Guardian's fine. We are going to drop in a Chirrut, and my opponent's going to really struggle on this game. TCGs are very, very fun, Terry. You should 100% play more of them. Just be careful. Expensive. This is the issue with Chirrut is, yeah, they attacked it. They literally just did 3 damage just to restore 2. It's kind of how they played that. Grappling Guardian. It's not going to do anything right now, but I mean, like I said, I think we've just won the game with the Chirrut draw. Whirlwind of Power, Crushing Blow, Talzin's Assassin, Grappling Guardian. My opponent is here to kill our stuff, and they are here to do it well. Oh, Liberated by Darkness. Now, that's not one that I have expected, or I would have expected. Yeah, I mean, that was great. Off aspect, Liberated by Darkness. I mean, here's the thing. We can just knock out both of their units anyways. So, I mean, we are still super far ahead. But, yeah, my opponent is... They definitely stalled out the game a little bit with that one. Like, right now, we're just going to go attack, trigger, kill the Magistrate Scout. And, yeah, We will play Minoc, I guess. We'll save the grappling. I guess I could have just played Grappling Guardian. It doesn't really matter. We're winning this game. They don't have an answer to Snoke, most likely. Liberated by Darkness is not what I expected at all. Cool stuff. But this is the difference between Revan and Snoke. Like, if my opponent had this hand with Snoke, we're losing. For sure. But Revan is just so much weaker. We'll hit in. And now, I mean, this is an 8-8 on the ground. Sure. Tragedy of Plagueis is good. Trent attack coming in. We'll go Exegol Patroller. We'll pass. Protect the Pawn, Vanney. Yeah. Tragedy of Plagueis. Whirlwind. Crushing Blow, Talos Assassin. It's worse. All right. My opponent has... Good game. My opponent played 3 units and 7 removal. I love it. I love it. That's funny. Good game. I think that hand, if that was a Snoke hand, like I said, I think we would have lost. So, you know, you really just need a solid backup that's able to take advantage of all the killing you're doing. And unfortunately, Rev is just not there. It really is unfortunate. But, yeah, good stuff. Solid stuff. We're going to go ahead and get another game in here with an Eris. I'm just going to sneak in here, though. I'm going to take a look at your deck, Shooter, because I thought that was pretty fun. I don't know what you're doing over there, but my goodness, did we get a lot of our stuff killed. So double Grappling Guardian. They've got Tragedy. They've got Crushing Blow. Double Whirlwind of Power. Okay, I mean, so they just drew all of their removal in our games. All of the removal in our games. I was thinking that they had even more, but they just literally drew all of their removal. Like, we saw both double Whirlwind of Powers, the Crushing Blow, the Tragedy, the Talos of the Assassin, the Grappling Guardian, the Liberated by Darkness, the It's Worse. Like, we literally saw every single piece of removal that they had, with the exception of another It's Worse. That is funny. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's solid. It's solid. Good stuff. Looks like their link is still working, so let's go ahead and join that. Oh, wrong stuff. Let me just go grab my deck. I'm already a little bit worried because Obi-Wan is what I consider to be the best leader in the limited format, in this limited format at least. So we'll see what they've got. Scary. Scary stuff. Now, we can, like I said, just potentially go above them because they're going to need ground units to deploy their force stuff. And we could potentially go Exegol Patroller, and then just kill him. But we'll see what happens. All right, I'll take the initiative. Guys, we're doing it. I actually think in this game, we're going to go Karis. I think Karis is extremely strong. Yep, there is the Secretive Sage. So we got Vanney. Let's go Knight of Ren. Heirloom lightsaber, huh? Well, that ended up being poor for us, huh? Okay, they're gonna keep the... Ooh. That's a good draw. It's a really good draw. They could probably... They may just go with, like, infinite... removal and upgrades. It may just be that's the type of deck that they're running. I think that's a very, very viable strategy when you've got like a shield, you know, like Secretive Sage. Heirloom Lightsaber turn 2 is really, really strong. So I will hit the Secretive Sage though, and we'll see if we can knock it out. I mean, it's going to be a pretty decent situation for us if we're able to. We can go experience token afterwards. Kadu, huh? All right. I mean, we'll knock this out. I mean, I think where we're at right now is totally reasonable here. We will go ahead and give experience token over to Knight of Ren, and then they will probably go with they'll probably go with kill your oh, they're not going to. Interesting. Okay, let's go experience token here. Okay, let's go ahead and go Lothwolf attack, trigger, kill off a Lothwolf. Last words. All right, opponent. Very interesting. Protect the pod, deal 4 damage to Obi-Wan. And then, I mean, last words, this thing has gotten really big, huh? I think we're losing super hard now, but okay, they're gonna claim. Okay, there's Chirrut. I mean, Chirrut plus Inquisitor's Lightsaber is good. Okay. I mean, let's kill off this one. I could go old Daka here. So yeah, let's go Chirrut. Inquisitor's Lightsaber on Chirrut. Pass. Tyranitar is a good draw. I think we're not doing so hot, or we're doing pretty hot here now, despite my opponent having constructed Lightsaber, Heirloom Lightsaber on the Secretive Sage. I mean, that is a really tough start. But Lightsaber on Chirrut is kind of a brick wall. Oh, yeah. We will just attack in for 4, generate the force again. That's the strength of Chirrut right here, is this right obnoxious combination. Luthen. Okay, I mean, here's the thing. I'm just going to sit back, relax, kill off all my opponent's stuff. We have Tyranitar. We will trigger it. I know this is going to mean that Chirrut's dying, but we have Tyranitar to kill their unit anyways, so I'm going to do that. And now if they decide to use Obi-Wan's ability, we're still going to be sitting pretty well, especially since we have Snoke that just keeps growing. So my opponent's going to be in a really tough spot. Snoke attacks in for 7, and then we can kill them next turn if they've got nothing. Have an XP on the house. Dago Yodmaster. Ooh, Caloran back. Whoa, they're exposing themselves. Good game on the first game. All right, do we want to change anything? I think we want Ascension Cable for stuff. I think we can go down probably the Heirloom Lightsaber. HK Assassin Droid doesn't sound bad. Maybe I want that over like Awakened Specters. Yeah, let's do that. I think those are the two changes that I want to make. This is about as good of a hand as it gets. To be honest, it's about as good of a hand as it gets. We're gonna curve out on the ground arena. So that's the thing I said about having a bunch of space units and doing that thing. Yeah. Scrap that entirely. We're not doing that at all. We are just playing ground units and playing Chirrut. Just starting, I recommend. Terry says, just starting to understand how it all works. Any good resources out there to help? There are a lot of good resources out there to help, for sure. As Jeff said, Star Wars Limited Database is a great place to start. Yeah, Battle for Hoth is a decent starting one. I recommend, honestly, just going for Crushing Blow, huh? Crushing Blow is good. Torrent Attack is also very, very strong. But yeah, Intro Battle of Hoth is decent. It's a nice 2-player if you have someone to play in person with you. Also, if you just want or you're interested in playing online is free. And, you know, I'm always a huge proponent for that. Huge. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to kill the Loth Wolf, I think. I'm just going to cheer it. Corrupted Saber, huh? So I can put Inquisitor's Lightsaber, Corrupted Saber, we go an experience token. We're kind of looking just to attack with Cheer It immediately so that we can generate the Force. My opponent probably is just going to immediately attack here unless they have an answer for Cheer It. If they do have an answer for Cheer It, we have an answer for Ezra, and I think that's going to be pretty good for us. Like, I think we're going to be pretty advantaged here. So like, this situation is fine. I'll just generate the Force here, and then Knight of Ren's going to die anyways, but now Cheer It becomes a little bit more obnoxious, which is kind of the idea. Obi-Wan can't attack into Cheer It and kill it off. This Torrent Attack can be potentially pretty brutalizing. If they have their own Torrent Attack, it kind of is just like a wash, and then they are left with Obi-Wan, and then... yeah. Let's just go ahead and knock out the Ezra. And then we'll see what my opponent's going to do here. Yeah, let's go. Torrent Attack here, hit the Obi-Wan for 5. Now, if my opponent happens to have a lightsaber, that's okay. Let's say they have 2 lightsabers here. Whirlwind of Power. See, this is fine. They're going to lose Obi-Wan, and then we're going to have a Snoke with Corrupted Saber, and yeah, this is good. This is very good. We're totally winning this game. I mean, not like we're guaranteed to win it, but we're now in a very much winning position. We haven't seen a way to answer the leaders yet. Like, I don't know how my opponent's going to get out of this, because we're going to deploy Snoke, and we're going to go Corrupted Saber, Inquisitor's Lightsaber. Right? And then we can just... we can just kill off all their units. I mean, I know I can hit base, but we may as well do this while we... oh my gosh, look at our hand. What are we looking at here, guys? What do I do? Oh my gosh, our hand is gross. Oh my gosh, this hand is disgusting. I mean, never mind. I should have just hit the base. Holy moly, this hand is disgusting. Star Wars Limited Academy says that Intro Battle Hoth is pretty good. You know, I will say I have a different perspective because I've played the game since day 1. So, you know, totally reasonable. Totally reasonable if you guys think it's much better. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna kill the unit, I guess. Let's go with the sun. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty. We can even go 5th brother, but yeah, I mean, we're just gonna hit in for 8 with the sun. Ooh. Jacob says that they love the Intro Battle Hoth set. Hey, you know what? It sounds like it's a pretty popular one. I know they're a pretty balanced deck, so. Let's go. Yeah, let's just go ahead and hit. We'll give an experience over here. Wow. GG. The bolstered endurance lightsabers, very scary, by the way. Extremely scary. Constructed lightsaber, heirloom lightsaber. That's the type of card you really want when you're playing Obi-Wan. Same with the Secretive Sage. What is Luminous Beings? Nice. GG. What's up, Heems? It is a lot of terminology. Terry, that is such an underrated comment to make, by the way. Anaris, very good games. Your deck looks sweet, to be honest. Constructed Lightsaber is like one of my favorite cards to play with, so it's really cool. honestly, I think my deck was pretty good, and I did draw very well in both games. Like, I think normally I'm not going to have the Karis Chirrut curve both games. So I had very, very strong draws. I think if I didn't have those, it would have been a little bit more interesting because I think it would have been a more race type of gameplay. Since I'm mainly space units. Like, I have 3 Exegol Patrollers, 3 Minox in my list. So most games are going to come down to that. I have 1 Karis, 1 Chirrut. So yeah, a little bit of lucky draws on my part, I think. But I think my deck is above average for sure. But I think I got very lucky in those games. But as I was saying with Terry, the terminology is such an underrated thing. So like when I started playing Star Wars Unlimited, I had already played Hearthstone. I had played Legends of Runeterra. I had played a little bit of Pokemon. I had played Magic for years. I had played all these trading card games. And so when I came in, it was like overwhelmed. Oh yeah, that's Trample. Like and when you play a lot of trading card games, you just come in and you like make all these comparisons. It's very easy to understand a lot of the terminology or even like phases of the game. Like a lot of people, when they start playing Magic, they don't realize like these trading card games have very structured turns to them. And the same thing applies to Star Wars Unlimited, and that's a super underrated thing to like actually have to learn as you go through. Like, so definitely overwhelming, extremely overwhelming, as we're talking about overwhelm. But something that once you get that down, the whole game really becomes a lot easier. Fun story, actually, by the way. When I was at the Galactic Championships, some people accused me of cheating. And of course, the head judge pulled me aside and they knew that I was kind of getting accused for cheating because, you know, people know me in the community. And so they were just causing some trouble. But they ran a full investigation on me and they were like, yeah, you're not cheating. And during that time, they were like, I was like, what do they say? Like, what are they saying? Why am I cheating? And they're like, well, you're drawing cards weird. And the way you're playing cards is weird. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's weird to me because that's like how everyone draws cards in Magic. Like, the way I'm shuffling the cards in my hand, the way I draw. Like, when I'm drawing, like, I played a lot of Vaders, right? So I'd like play Vaders and I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You know, I would count like that. And they thought it was weird. Or like, I had played Miracles in the past, right? From like, in Modern and when it was Standard and you know, so, and even in Legacy and stuff. So that was just like how we drew. We always drew in a certain way because there's all these different mechanics. But it's just habits that you build from playing so many different trading card games, and it really helps you build a foundation. But it's definitely a lot of time invested. Yeah, Hearthstone stream when I don't know. I haven't played Hearthstone in a long time. I used to play like when it was much smaller card pool. I did like Arena in that game a lot. It's kind of like their draft, huh? Legends of Runeterra was also very fun, very much more simplistic. I played that one in beta. That one unfortunately kind of crumbled along the wayside, but yeah. Magic is so much worse when it comes to terminology. There's like paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs. Like it's not even like you have to understand a very great deal about the rules. And to be honest, you know, I don't really have I would say like an amazing fundamental understanding of the rules in Star Wars Unlimited. Even though I've played the game a lot, I haven't really like sat down and dove into the rules. So kind of interesting. Brawl so much fun. I play that way too much now. See you later, Star Wars Uncavity. Anaris, you know what? I can do one more, and I can do one more, and I can do like another set of games. So why don't we? Let's try it. Let's get it done. Let's see. I'll do a poll. Quick poll. Here's the choice. We got set 5 in, and we got set 7 in. So now the choice is set 1, set 2, set 3. I don't want to do set 4. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't want to do set 4 or set 6. I'm using my executive privilege. One ruling I didn't understand is condemning unit with condemn. That was one that was actually kind of confusing. I read the card wrong. That's usually what ends up happening is I get super excited about the game. So I'm like reading through the card and then I want to talk about it. And I haven't sat down and actually studied the card. You know, when I used to play a lot of Magic, I would sit down, draft, and like not study, but study. I'm kind of a nerd that way. I used to just play a lot of games. And I kind of do study a little bit when it comes to games. But Star Wars Limited is a weird one because it's one of those games where I've taken not necessarily a casual outlook, but I've played it just a lot more, and I've just been enjoying the game. And Eric says, don't want to do set 3. I have also a vote. I also have a vote. I have not placed a vote this entire time we've voted, but I will definitely vote as well. One of the things with Condemn, for example, which was, I was like, yes, that totally makes sense, was initially I was like, oh, it doesn't remove on attack triggers. I'm like, well, that's dumb. But then if you rate it, it says on attack. So while they're attacking, it gains that, which means they remove all the abilities after the fact. So they don't have any abilities. So yeah. Gotta ban it if you do set 3. Jacob. Kind of true. Kind of true. All right, looks like set 1 is the winner here. Set 1 is the winner. We're going to end it. I know it was kind of even, but we have a couple people really vocalizing they don't want to do set 3. So set 1 is the winner. I always like Spark of Rebellion. It's my favorite one. We'll copy the link here. Stuff like Miracles, altering how you draw is a rite of passage into, yeah, you played the card games a lot. Yeah, Miracles is definitely one of the most egregious examples of like completely altering how you play. There are a lot of, you can play a lot of different decks and not have that bias to draw certain ways. But I don't know, I've always enjoyed, and I've said this in Star Wars Limited as well, Star Wars Limited is a little bit different because I enjoy playing everything. But if I were to choose what I'm playing, I tend to steer towards more answers. I like being in the position where I can answer things. I can play certain things that will manipulate the board in a way that I want after the fact. Philosophy, what is Miracles? I'll just do a quick Google search so you guys can see. So this is just a great example. So right here, what Miracles is in Magic is when you draw the first card on your turn, if that card happens to be a card with the miracle mechanic or keyword, whatever you want to call it, if you're comparing it to Star Wars Limited, you can cast the card for a completely different cost than what the card initially states. So, for example, Entreat, which is one that I had played a lot, this normally costs 3 planes, 3 white mana, and X, double X, which means for 5 mana, I create 1 angel. Now, if you miracle it, you can pay 5 mana and get 3 angels. So obviously, you wanted to miracle your cards, or when you have the opportunity to miracle your cards, you're going to get this massive value, right? Massive value. Because it's going to be so much stronger. And so that means that when you're drawing your cards, every single card you draw, you kind of want to act like you're drawing a miracle. Keep it separate from your hand. Draw the 1 card. Okay, what is it? Do I want to cast it immediately? Because in some cases you don't. And then you put it in your hand, right? It was like a complete process. This oftentimes would completely shift every single turn for the rest of the time that you've played, because every single time you draw, you just kind of pick up this habit. At least I did. And so when I was playing Star Wars, I don't play in paper that often. So I don't break the habit very often. I have a lot of these habits from playing other deck constructed lists, right? And so what happens is because I don't play in paper a ton, I just have the same habits as I did when I played in paper. And that's one of them. So 2012 Legacy Miracles is one of my favorite decks. Yeah, it is super fun. It is super fun. Very, very, very fun. Very, very, very fun. I've just like blue-white control too. Like I enjoy it. I've been playing in standard the blue-white tempo deck too. Very, very fun. I don't know if you're in Serena and Ares, whatever. I don't know if you have a preference, but I don't know if you're in. I can restart it just in case. I'm gonna refresh. We'll randomize seats. Okay, there you go. Now you're here. I just randomized seats. Never mind. We're good. Last call here. We've got 2 more spots available. So someone join in. I can also add some bots to draft, but it kind of makes things a little bit worse. I can also we can just do a 6-player draft, just for fun. Funsies real quick. I'd rather do a 6-player draft than add bots. I don't know. Bots just kind of make it less fun for me, but. All right, last call. I'll give it another minute or so. I play Commander, and I love Soundwave. I do enjoy a game of Commander once in a while. You know, when I played Commander, we used to play in like this little play group of ours. I have this funny story, and there's a card. Brothers Yamazaki. And I had both of my friends run a Brothers Yamazaki deck. So you'd have exactly 2 permanents named Brothers Yamazaki. Exactly +2/+2 at haste. And they would just play land destruction, mono red, Brothers Yamazaki, Voltron. And it was the most obnoxious thing you have ever seen. It was obnoxious. I am not a Commander. I like Commander. I play it every once in a while. It is definitely not my favorite format. Limited is still my favorite format. Omniscience Abilities Awaken. Yep. That was a fun deck too. All right, let's start the draft here. Oh boy, we got a Boba to start off with, huh? We got Boba. We're gonna get Chirrut or Sabine, and then we're probably gonna get. I mean, if I were Jacob, I'm probably taking. If I were Jacob, I'd probably taking Director Krennic, which means we probably have Cassian coming to us. So we're probably gonna get Sabine and Cassian is my guess. So yeah, we're just gonna take the Boba Fett for sure. I don't know though. Someone took double what's his face? Cal Kestis instead of taking another different leader. So you never know what people are going to draft. There is a Sabine. We're going to yoink the Sabine off. We're going to grab the Sabine. Let me rephrase that. Sorry. We are going to grab the Sabine right now. They did not take Director Krennic. Okay, that's kind of surprising. They took Leia, which means Aerys is going to grab Director Krennic and be pretty happy with that, I imagine. You don't want double aggression heroism leaders. So, hey, different evaluation for Krennic. I think Krennic is an extremely powerful leader in set 1 here. I think Boba Fett's a little bit overrated for limited, but that does not mean he's bad. He's definitely one of the best, but I don't think he's like as game breaking as he is in Premiere. That said, we have 3 people with Bobas. So, yep, there is the Sabine Cassian. As expected. What do we get to start with? Ewing reinforcements. Whoa. An overwhelming barrage. Whoa, what a pack. See, this is what I'm saying with like set 1 is like every pack seems like a banger. Like, look at this pack. Okay, we've got Ewing reinforcements, Gorilla Attack Pod, both incredible. Overwhelming Barrage, which is what I'm going to take for sure. We've got Viper Prodrug, great turn 1 play. Crafty Smuggler, great turn 1 play. We've got Death Trooper, Strike True, which is a great removal option. Snow Speeder, which is a great ambusher. I mean, like, this pack in of itself is disgusting. And this is always what happens when you play set 1. Is it's just like every pack is just absolutely outrageously strong compared to all the different other cards that we got. But OB on turn 1 is... or pack 1 pick 1 is certainly strong, and I am probably locking myself into Boba Green right here right now. So We will see what we follow up with. Surprise Strike seems pretty good here. I can take that. I can also take just a Seasoned Shore Trooper as a turn 1 play. I probably will take that instead of the Surprise Strike, although Surprise Strike is very good. See you later, Terry. I appreciate you stopping by. Also, let us know how your TCG excursion goes. If you ever have any questions, feel free to give me a message. I'm usually on, and I try to pay attention, but so no command cards really. I'm looking at Surprise Strike or Seasoned Shore Trooper here. Not a huge fan of Sneak Attack in Limited, but it's fine. I think Imperial Interceptor is probably the best card, or maybe Chewbacca. I think I'm just going to take the 2-drop here. I like Surprise Strike, but I think it's a little overrated for Limited as well. Gamorrean Guards. Ooh, Steadfast Battalion, huh? Are we in old set 1 meta here right now? Wing Leader as well? Ooh. Gamorrean Guards is good. I think I'm just going to take the super powerful Steadfast Battalion, though. I mean, if Steadfast Battalion lives, which it doesn't necessarily die all that often with Boba Fett, and Boba Fett doesn't necessarily die, you are in bidness. You are in bidness. Let me just tell you that. Bidness, okay? Very, very strong. Gamorrean Guard is also very good, though. I very much like our start here. It's not like incredibly powerful pick 2, pick 3, but OB makes up for that, like, in droves. In droves, it makes up for. OB is disgusting. Like, you can't pass an OB. Okay, we've got Bib, ISB Agent. We've also got Homestead Militia. Not exactly a strong pickup here. I mean, I can play Bib. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think Homestead Militia is just our pickup here. I mean, we're really locking into this command cunning. This is pick 4. And we're going to be really low on playables here because there's not as many packs open. So I think we really just need to lock in. Like, this is pick 4, right? So this is pick 1, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4. Yeah. All right. I mean, Pirated Starfighter. K2SO is in here still. Oh. And Kanan. Wow, guys. K2SO is still here? I can't pivot, can I? Oh my gosh. I would have had a K2SO Wing Leader Ewing Reinforcements deck. Jesus. I think everyone's on Boba right now, and that might backfire here. Maybe I should have just gone with it. I've got to take the K2, guys. I can't pass. I said, this is confusing. Maybe we're not on command anymore. I think Escort Skiff is really good. But I think Steadfast Battalion is just going to be super high power. I'm a little bit worried about picking up playables, but I mean, we missed out on what? Like Homestead Militia by not picking up that instead of the K2. I cannot pass the K2. I mean, this is just such an incredibly powerful card. It does so much damage. Man, if we get ECL though. Strike True came back. Okay, we're in. Strike True coming back is a big sign, in my opinion. I think that's a big sign. I mean, this is just good. It's just good removal. It's so good in Boba too, because like any removal effect, you get to trigger Boba and do your thing, right? So really, really looking for units. Ambushers are very, very strong, which is why I kind of wanted to Escort Skiff, but I did pass on it in favor of Steadfast Battalion because I think the power level is going to be a little bit lower in this 6-player draft. 6-player drafts tend to have a lower power. You do really not want to waffle a lot, and so I think that's kind of why we're just locking in here. Super Laser Technician, obviously very, very strong. I could take Sneak Attack, and I could Sneak Attack in like Steadfast Battalion, kill a unit. This on, like, let's say I deploy Boba, Sneak Attack this in, I would get 3 resources back which would mean that I could play a 4-drop after that. You know, actually, I might be in for Sneak Attack with double Steadfast Battalion. Maybe I am going to go Sneak Attack here. I was thinking Underworld Thug just as a nice turn 1 play, but you know, maybe we've got something here with this Sneak Attack. I'm kind of in for it. Tactical advantage, hardpoint heavy blaster. I mean, I guess I'll take the heavy blaster. So if we locked into Sabine and got Ewing reinforcements and we went wing leader and then we got K2SO, I think we would have been in potentially a better spot depending on where the draft goes. Because I think everyone here is just playing Boba. One of the downsides of Boba is like it's a super heavy magnet for everyone just to like slam cards that are gonna be villainy counting. But you know, I don't think it's a lot of the times the right place to be. OB is literally the best card you possibly could. Like there is, in my opinion, it is the #1 pick in limited period that you should be going for, which is why I went for it. But I think in a lot of cases it's probably not worth it to go into Boba. Patrolling V-Wing, draws a card. Bib. I could play Bib. I mean, honestly, little discount on Overwhelming Barrage might be relevant. I don't think Mining Guild TIE Fighter is all that good. Volunteer Soldier is kind of bad. Yeah, I'll take Bib. Outer Headhunter's not bad. It's a two powered space unit. Potentially exhausting. Cadence here, though. Wow, we could have like a nice... I mean, these Steadfast Battalions, plus K2, plus Homestead Militia, Strike True, all of these could still go into Sabine stack, by the way. So, all right, we got our Homestead Militia back. Metal Ceremony, there's another Sabine card. Again, I'm just going to stay open in, like, command, I guess. Okay, Corellian Freighter is a fine card. 6-player drafts, you're just going to have less cards to choose from, so you got to pick what you got to pick. Occupier Siege Tank. All right, cool. Let's see what we open. Another OB. Homestead Militia, Greedo, No Good to Me Dead, TIE Fighter, Vanguard Infantry, Chimera. You know, maybe Chimera is where I want to be. Set 1 was a little bit more of a grindy format. I think Chimera is not bad. It's also very expensive, though. Do I rather just take Greedo? I think I'd rather take Greedo. I think Chimera's not bad, but I think that's going to be a lot better. Escort Skiff for sure, right? Escort Skiff, we just have like mono command right now. It's got to be Escort Skiff. Escort Skiff is great. Lethal Insurgent's not bad. Guerrilla Attack Pod's pretty good. Fifth Brother is great. Sub-Luck Guard is okay. This pack's kind of weak. Guerrilla Attack Pod, best card in the pack. Battlefield Marine is pretty good. Ooh, 7th Fleet, though. Double Fighters for Freedom. Wow. This is a pack for heroism right here. I mean, I'm going to take the 7th Fleet and be very happy with that. I mean, that is a great pickup here, but... Very, very, very strong heroism pack. All right, I mean, we've got Agent Callus here. It is a 4/4 ambusher. Got Mercenary Company. I don't mind those. I wonder if I should just go for Greedo here, though. It's so good with Boba. Maybe Surprise Strike is what I want to go with, too. I would be happy if I got Agent Callus or Mercenary Company back. Do I want to take the Surprise Strike? Do I want to take the Greedo here? I think I'll take our first Surprise Strike over the second Greedo in that spot. Okay. I mean, in this case, there's not really anything for us. I guess I'll take the Echo-based Defender. It's just the strongest card. I mean, you know, we actually have almost the Sabine deck as well. Restored Arc is really good too. And And we've got Patrolling V-Wing, Shoot First. Ooh, Shoot First is fantastic. I really like Shoot First. Yeah, Shoot First is great. That's a huge, huge trading engine. It's kind of a free play in Boba as well. Yeah, I'll take the Shoot First. Maybe we get Patrolling V-Wing or Outer Rim Headhunter back. Outer Rim Headhunter is not amazing, but it's totally fine playable. Same with Corellian Freighter. I mean, 5 resource, 4 Sentinel Space Unit is a totally reasonable play. Okay, Homestead Militia came back. TIE Fighters here. I kind of am leaning towards these 1-drops with Boba here. I'm kind of more excited about that. We've got double Homestead Militia already. I think I'll take the TIE Fighter here. Again, if we make a solid play or trade, we can kind of just play the other unit here out, which is nice. Okay, I guess I'll take Underworld Thug here. I could take Bamboozle. Admiral Ozzel is totally fine as well. Not for us, but it's playable. Snapshot Reflexes, very good. Someone could get double Fighters for Freedom here. Ha 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 ha. I'll take the Snapshot Reflexes. I actually really do like this in Boba. I think it's very, very strong. Paying 1 resource to trade up, and then you get that resource back to play like a 3-drop. Like essentially, like turn 1 you play a 2/3, turn 2 you play Snapshot Reflexes, kill their unit, get the resource back, play a 3-drop. That's sometimes something that your opponent just cannot come back from. So yeah, Snapshot Reflexes is very, very strong. I think we're going to have to lean on this Overwhelming Barrage a little bit here. ISB Agent, I guess I'll take. Not a fan of ISB Agent here. Tarkin's very good. What other leaders do people have? Boba's good. Tarkin's very good. Wow. Heroism bonanzas here. Director Krennic's very good. Sabine's good. I think... What is the best? I mean, I think Krennic's extremely powerful. Restore 2 and 2/7 is just super good. Boba is good though. It's really just the 4/7 stat line, to be honest, that makes him so obnoxiously good. All right, I mean, I guess I'll take the restock. No one wants the Lothal Insurgent. I don't think I'm passing it to anyone that's going to make it relevant. So, okay, let's see what we follow up here in the next pack. Another OB, maybe. Darth Vader. Bossk. Ooh, that's a good one. Wow, this pack is great. Consortium Star Viper, Gladiator Star Destroyer. Bossk, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We taking the Bossk. That's a fantastic card. Kind of a little bit high on 5 drops now, but I think, yeah. Jimmy is right. How did that make it out of playtesting? What happened was, and I learned this later, is that the other units also had higher stat lines. Like Sabine was a 2/6, and all these other leaders were higher statted, but they nerfed those ones because they were overperforming. And Boba was just like kind of in the middle of the pack, and then they just didn't nerf Boba. That was the problem. They just didn't nerf Boba, and they ended up in a situation where, sure, you might have nerfed the other ones, but then because Boba was in his pre-nerfed state, he just dominated because he was already pretty good. So, just like a missed, I don't know, they just completely missed it, I guess. I don't know what to say about that one, to be honest. They just, yeah. Someone took Chimera, by the way, earlier. Chimera. Ooh, Gamorrean Guards, Cantina Bouncer. I think I just take Gamorrean Guards. We really don't have a lot of turn 1 plays. Huh? We got Greedo, TIE Fighter, Underworld Thug, Seasoned Shore Trooper. Yeah, I'll take Gamorrean Guards. There's a Bombing Run. Forces with me is very good. There's Carabast. Huh? I might play a 7 resource Cantina Bouncer. It's kind of borderline, though. It's kind of borderline. Gamorrean Guards is good, though. Ooh. Oh, what a choice. We've got Syndicate Lackeys or Waylay. Oh, no. I said we were a little heavy on 5 drops, but like Bosk and Syndicate Lackeys are the 2 cards I want most. I think we just got to slam this one. We have resupply. Yeah, we're just slamming it. Oh, Seasoned Shore Trooper. Great pickup. Okay. Yeah, this is really coming around. I mean, the playables are few and far between, to be honest. Like, with 6 players, you just don't have enough packs to, like, really get a solid draft going in a lot of cases. But this is really rounding out. I was a little bit concerned to see if we were going to... Oh, no. Did I... Okay. I thought I chose a different option on accident. Okay, this is a nice place to pick up Blizzard Assault AT-AT. Just a big, fat unit. The games do tend to go longer in set 1. Corellian Freighter is not bad. Viper Prodroid is not bad, but I'm going to take my first big fat unit. We have a lot of 5 drops. We don't have a lot of 8 drops. Okay. Didn't get Mercenary Company back. Bounty Hunter Crew could come back. Ooh, Consortium Star Viper and the Swoop Racer. I think I'll take the Consortium Star Viper. I think that card's very good. Okay, I mean, we wheeled the Consortium Star Viper. I guess people aren't as interested in that as I thought. I mean, that's a high pickup for me. But we pick up Bosk out of this pack. This is our pack that we opened. Bounty Hunter Crew came back. Yeah, we're going to take that. I'm happy with Bounty Hunter Crew. Don't think General Tog is really going to do a whole lot of work. You got Disarm. Man, the Forces with me is such a broken card, but there's not enough Force like units. Like Chirrut was the one to do it with. We could play Disarm, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'll pick Disarm. I guess I'll play the V-Wing. V-Wing's not bad. It's a nice turn 1 option. Gets you a card. The games tend to go a little bit longer. So, like I said, just looking at a little bit more value everywhere. Okay, bunch of nonsense here. I don't think we could play any of these. I guess I'll take the Rugged Survivors. 7 resource, 3/5. Very cool. Don't get cocky. I mean, can we realistically play this? Maybe I'll slot it in. Okay, Volunteer Soldier I will play. We've got Trooper. Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable. Liberator Gunship? Oh my gosh, this was a broken 4 resource space unit, my friends. Broken. All right, let's build a deck. Let's see what we've got. Boba, green. We've got V-Wing, Greedo, Shore Trooper, Bib, TIE Fighter, Shoot First, Snapshot. We'll go with Thug, Outer Rim, Surprise Strike, Sneak Attack, Militias. All of this is going in. All of this is going in. Whoop. Get that Aqua Base Defender out of there. This is all going in. This is in, and this is in. All right, what am I at? Oh, that's 30 playables. Wow, we barely made it because all the other ones are pretty borderline. Do I want to make any cuts and shift a card into something else? So what are my other options? Disarm, ISB Agent, Hardpoint Heavy Blasters, We can do a 5-cost Echo Base, Ezra, 6-cost Ozatec. I mean, none of these I think are appealing. It's really anything of these. I don't think we can play any of that. We did end up with a lot of 2-resource plays. I mean, 6, and then we got 2. We got Greedo and TIE Fighter. I mean, this deck looks good. Honestly, Sneak Attack, Steadfast Battalion is kind of a nice little X factor. Bosk, Syndicate Lackeys, all very good. We do have the absolute king of it all, which is OB. This looks good. This looks good. I'm liking it. All right, we got LeBruce as our opponent here. This is what I mean, though. Like, we had barely 30 playables, and from pack 1, with the exception of K2SO, I literally picked Command Cunning cards. Literally, pack 1, pick 1. That's the problem with 6-player drafts, is it really does make it a lot more difficult to make a deck, because you have 2 less packs to open, so there's just so much less cards to choose from. So your playables are really, really tough. All right, LeBruce, please join in on my link here. I posted it in the chat. We've got a nice curve. We've got some power. I'm liking it. I am certainly liking it. All right, let's see. LeBruce not joining my lobby. I don't know if is LeBruce here? Are they able to? They had a trouble earlier as well. Oh. Is this him? Is this them? Hi. Don't see your link. All right, this guy is joining my lobby. See, you don't see the... Oh, here. This link right here. It's on the right-hand side. Are you logged into the pod chat? Are you logged in on Discord for the... If not, that's fine. I will post this in the YouTube chat so you can join my lobby. That's fine. Is that him? Is that them? Director Chronic Red? I'm hitting ready. Let's get it. All right, what do we got here? All right, I'll keep, I suppose. Probably resource the bib and don't get cocky. I mean, I guess I can go bib into don't get cocky into Greedo. So I can resource the Surprise Strike and a Season Short. I'd rather just get rid of Don't Get Cocky and then curve out, I think. Could be a little bit risky, though, because they are playing Krennic, which means they could have, like, you know, Death Troopers are really good against Greedo. You know, if the Season Short Trooper doesn't kill. Inferno 4, wow. Wow, it's been a while. It's been a while. Inferno 4, I love it. All right, let's claim. Resupply would be a great draw right here, right now. Oh, ask it, you shall receive. Why don't I? Huh? Okay. Season Short Trooper in for 2. I love it. I love it. That's resupply. Boba Fett's coming down next turn. I am happy about that, guys. Ramp is crazy. It is a crazy time here. Ooh, and Cloud City Wingguard. Oh my gosh, guys, we are doing it. We are mega doing it. I mean, holy moly, this is going to be insane. This is what Boba Fett does right here. Syndicate lackeys coming in, knock this out. 1 resource back, deploy Boba. 2 resources back. Season Short Trooper into Greedo. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, that is about as good as it gets. Really, really good stuff. We will go ahead and hit in for 4. Get 2 resources back. We've got Season Short Trooper plus Greedo. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Tell me that is not a sick turnaround. I mean, that is... I mean, Death Trooper was a great recovery. It's about as good as you can ask for, really. Bombing run? All right. I mean, you know what? My opponent, very, very strong follow-up play. Very, very strong follow-up. Bombing run. Wow. Okay. You know, my opponent is definitely in this game. I mean, that is what they needed. That is certainly what they needed. Whew. Gross, actually. Okay, Steadfast Battalion is a good pickup here. I think I'm just going to knock out their Inferno 4 here with this Consortium Star Viper. But wow, I mean, I feel like we're in the back foot now. We had a great curve, and then they had bombing run. Wow. Death Trooper into bombing run. Hey, I mean, you know what? That's a way to deal with the extra resources, huh? We just did what Boba did, and then they just rared us. Open fire, huh? All right. You know, opponents got some cards here, huh? They got some cards. Let's claim here. Force choke. All right. Opponents got to chill out over there, huh? They got to chill out. Yeah, I mean, I will just hit their base for 3, get a little restoring in. Force choke, open fire. All right, opponents on the mono control deck over there. I like it. Feels like we've been having this happen quite a bit lately. ATST coming in for them. Ooh, okay. Snapshot reflexes isn't bad. I think what we'll do here is go... We'll go Snapshot reflexes, trigger attack with a unit. We'll hit Krennic for 6. We just need to deal some damage to some units here. With the ATST coming down, we just need to put on some pressure here. Let's get in for 3, get a little restore going. They can go ahead and drop in the ATST to knock out my Steadfast Battalion. Ooh, they're gonna ignore. All right, that's a risky play, but it might work out. If they don't have an answer for the Steadfast Battalion, Cargo Juggernaut's very good. First Legion Snowtrooper. All right, opponent's got a hand. They've got a hand here. We go shoot first in kill Krennic. Hit their base for quite a bit. I meant to kill ATST. Whoops. Mistake. That's okay, though. Yeah, that's a pretty bad mistake, actually, but that's okay. Imperial Interceptor, huh? All right, let's go ahead and knock out the First Legion Snowtrooper. Yeah, we're in a lot of pressure here now. I think we're losing. We had a good start. Bombing run was incredible. I mean, that is absolutely disgusting. Let's go Blizzard Assault AT-AT. They're going to hit in for a lot. I meant to hit the ATST with the shoot first, not the Krennic. I don't know what happened there, but another open fire. Hey, my opponent, very good. Very good. Double open fire, force choke, bombing run. I mean, that is a lot of removal. That is a lot of removal. All right, let's get into the next game. All right, reasonable hand. Resource one of these guys and probably one of these. Outer of Headhunter. Nice little raid tour. What's up, rookie? How we doing? Scout Bite Pursuer. Pretty good turn one play for them for sure. Ooh, okay. I like this space hand that we've got here. Bombing Run is a little scary though, guys. Bombing Run knocks out these two units as well. So we gotta watch out for that one. That one's definitely not happy. Not happy for us. They probably have open fire here. I'm just gonna go 7th Fleet, even though I could go Consortium Star Viper. They've got double open fire in their deck. Seems reasonable just to go with, yep, there's the open fire. Okay, Gamorrean Guards is very strong. I mean, we have a really good hand. I think I'm gonna keep all the strong cards in our hand. We'll just attack in for 3, see what my opponent's got. I'll go Gamorrean Guards here, and then if my opponent happens to have removal option, all right, they don't really. So I can actually go Overwhelming Barrage and kill both units. Yeah, let's do that. Yep. Overwhelming Barrage is very good. Very, very good. Snapshot Reflexes actually kills Krennic as well, so very strong on that regard as well. Overwhelming Barrage. Ooh, we're going to Snapshot Reflexes, immediately kill Krennic. We'll deploy Boba. Kill the Occupy. They could have Bombing Run. We don't need to walk into Bombing Run at all. Yeah, I mean, Bounty Hunter Crew bringing back Overwhelming Barrage seems good. Bombing Run coming in. Gotta be a little bit scared of Bombing Run, you know? Always be a little bit scared of Bombing Run. Okay, they're just gonna go ahead and do their thing. Let's just go ahead and smack in with the 7th Fleet. They've got that. All right, we'll go Steadfast Battalion. We'll pass. No need to attack yet. We might have an answer for this, which would be fine, because we can go, don't get cocky. Ooh. Knocking out that. Very strong. Make an opening. All right, my opponent's on the, yeah, definitely more hard control related. I mean, make an opening, double open fire, force choke, AT-AT suppressor. Well, we've got Blizzard Assault AT-AT, so I guess take that, huh? Bombing Run, question mark? Wow, maximum firepower. All right, I mean, I will hit their base for 9. Let's go like this. Let's go Bounty Hunter Crew, returning the Overwhelming Barrage, killing off the AT-AT, because now we have answers. Now they have to have Bombing Run to kill. Like, they don't have an answer. That's what I should say. They just don't have an answer. All right, cool. Overwhelming Barrage, definitely a clear winner there. I think I can mulligan this one. Wow, what a horrible hand. Wow, this is a bad hand. Well, no turn 1 plays, no turn 2 plays. I mean, we have so many turn 1 plays in the deck. The chances of hitting this is like next to none. That is incredibly bad. Oh well. I mean, Greedo turn 2 is not exactly what I want to go for. We're gonna walk into a Death Trooper, but you know what? They have open fires galore, so it's fine. Wow. Yeah. We are losing super mega hard here, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. They can deal damage. Yeah, we just have to get lucky here. Okay, we did. We have to get lucky. I was like, if we don't get lucky here, the game is completely over. We have to hit some sort of event. Otherwise, the game is over. But we hit an event, so we still have a chance here. But I don't like my chances, let's be honest. Sneak attack. That's a good one. Sneak attack into a 4-drop. Sneak attack says 4 costs, so we pay 3, that's 2. Let's just hit in for 4. Let's start there. It may be that we don't want to sneak attack anything in. It really depends on what they play here. All right, let's deploy Boba. I'm okay with that. They could have a bombing run again. Bombing run's always a threat. It's always a threat. Maybe that we just deploy Steadfast Battalion, but we can't really afford to sit around for too long here. Okay, there's bombing run. I mean, I'm going to play Steadfast Battalion to just get some power on the board. And then we can claim initiative. They can hit the Gamorrean Guards, get the little restore in, and then... Ooh, Bossk is great. Bossk is good. Bossk is very strong. Okay, we're going to power up the Steadfast Battalion. They could have open fire for Boba Fett. It is what it is, but we're going to drop in the Bossk afterwards, which means that we can start picking off potentially like Imperial Interceptor, which is very, very strong. Ooh, okay. Change of plans. We're going to go Syndicate Lackeys. Then hit in for 4. So this is 7 damage right now, right here, right now. That's very, very good. Snapshot Reflexes is also very strong. We could sneak attack out Blizzard assaults, actually. Let's go Steadfast Battalion, power up the Boba. This is less likely for them to have it. They have to have Force Choke specifically, plus something else. I mean, I guess, actually, that's 5 damage. It doesn't actually deal with it. So, plus 2 over on the Boba Fett. We get in for 6. They have Overwhelming Barrage as well. Wow, what a deck from them. Now, we are winning still. It's over because we can sneak attack out Blizzard Assault AT-AT. But yeah, that is an incredible deck. There you go. Sneak attack Blizzard Assault AT-AT. Good game. 9 damage. Boom. Wow. Double open fire, Force Choke, Overwhelming Barrage, Bombing Run. That's good stuff. Death Trooper, Imperial Interceptor. Really strong list. We had a pretty insane list ourselves. I think, all things considered. But, I mean, this game we didn't even have a turn 1 play. Turn 2 was Greedo. We got lucky, though. If Greedo didn't have an event, and it was very unlikely for us to hit an event. I mean, how many events do we have in the deck? It's super unlikely. Or non-unit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And at the time, what? At the time, we had resourced Don't Get Cocky and Surprise Strike. Which means we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess it's not super unlikely. There's probably like a 25% chance. I'm doing rough math there. 25% chance to hit. Yeah, that's lucky. We did more than a coin flip. I think if we didn't hit that and we didn't get to kill the 5th brother, it would have been over. Because what happens is we hit 5th brother for 3, right? They just do whatever they want. And then we play Gamorrean Guards and they just kill Gamorrean Guards, right? So it's like a straight up 2 for 1. And then we play Boba and we just are really, really far behind because we can't do anything. Yeah, it's just really, really weak. We can't race them nearly as fast. I think we were just losing super hard. Well, there you go. Let's check out some decks here, and then let's see. I'm curious. What did they run around with? We had Bruce here. So they had double Scout Bike Pursuer, very strong. Death Trooper, double Make an Opening. They had Vanquish, Double Fifth Brother, double Open Fire, Overwhelming Barrage. Wow. And Power of the Dark Side. Yeah, this is... They got like all of the removal here. Wow, in one deck. Double Open Fire, Bombing Run. Fifth Brother is amazing, especially since, you got Krennic. It turns into a 3/4, a 3/3 essentially on attacks. Plus you can deal 1 damage to something. Make an opening is great. Wow, incredible list. Let's see what everyone else is working with since I can't. I'm cheating for them, but yeah, Anaris here. Ooh, what a rebel list here. Whoa, this is incredible as well. They took the Ewing reinforcements. Looks like it came around to them. Maybe mine did. Double Bale actually I think is pretty good. With Bale, Bale is interesting. It depends on the matchup, of course, but this can be pretty strong. I love the Alliance X-Wings, double A-Wings, Sabine plus double Fleet Lieutenant plus Wing Leader. That is the core of the deck. And then double Medal Ceremony with Sabine is really, really hard to beat. You go A-Wing, Fleet Lieutenant, and then if your opponent doesn't deal with any of those units, you flip Sabine and you get Medal Ceremony. Yeah, that's GG. It's hard to beat that. Super, super aggressive list. Love that. We had another Sabine list. Jacob. This Sabine list looks incredible as well. Battlefield Marine, double Battlefield Marine, Echo Base Defender. They're splashing the Ruthless Raider. That's kind of funny. They had a K2, Sabine. Double Guerrilla Attack Pod, Mace Windu, Fleet Lieutenant, General Dodonna. This one, definitely just like higher power cards. Looks like they're the ones that took my Ewing. I don't know if they did or not, but there's a lot of Ewing reinforcements apparently opened. This one seems like just like more of a higher like I've got bigger things than you. It's not necessarily like a Rebel streamline deck. The double Fleet Lieutenant Wing Leader is more like, hey, I'm just gonna power through and kill you with some pretty powerful synergies. Let's see, we got Jeff here. Looks like Inaris says, not my Ewing, different one that was opened. Gotcha. I guess that was two double Ewing reinforcements opens pretty good. We had Boba Blue, Chilton, Death Trooper, Baze, Vanquish is good. They took a lot of the cunning, huh? Double Crafty Smuggler, Swoop Racer, Gamorrean Guards, Waylay. Little bit of Imperial synergy stuff. TIE Advance is really, really strong. Double Syndicate Lackeys. Ooh, man, I would have loved another one of those, huh? Very, very strong. Double Syndicate Lackeys. This is like the card you want. Double Syndicate Lackeys, or Syndicate Lackeys in general. Power of the Dark Side. Looks like solid. Looks pretty solid. Nothing like Overwhelming Barrage or anything, but another solid Boba list. And let's see, we had this one, which, oh my gosh, they took all the command Super Laser Technicians, huh? Whoa, well, that's why the deck or the draft was so weird. We've got Tarkin Yellow Jeddah City. I don't know about Jeddah City with triple Super Laser Technician, but triple Super Laser Technician command. So, and then double Chimera. I guess Chimera is how they're winning the game. Whoa. Jeez. Jeddah City is risky. It could pay off. It depends on the situation, but it's very, very risky. Wow. Cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Well, that's all I've got for today. It was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do some more drafts next week. I'd like to incorporate, if we're gonna do like those types of things, like not just me playing some games and answering questions and like talking to you all guys and hanging out. If we're gonna do like some kind of mini tournaments, it would be kind of fun to like put some prizes in there, huh? So I think that's what I'm going to try to work on. See what I can come up with. See what I come up with. People talking about cars that they would like, things like that. I think that could be pretty fun. So, but thank you all, Jeff, Anaris, Shooter, all of you guys that that were able to participate in the drafts and just have some fun. That's kind of what the point of this is. It's not like super competitive. It's like, hey guys, you just want to like draft some cards, get in some games, just have a good time. Maybe we will do a little bit more of a competitive option in the future. We'll have to see. That said, this was a lot of fun. Got an extra longer stream out today. A little 3.5 hour stream instead of the 2 hours that I had been doing the last 2 weeks. Got a little bit extra time today. But yeah, signed cards are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. Not gonna lie. They are pretty cool. It would have been fun to have ECL. True. Striker. If I had ECL on Boba, I had a double Steadfast Battalion. Oh my gosh, it would have been so good. So good. So that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with everyone. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll be back next week, Saturday, as per usual. We've been doing this. I don't know. It's been like 2.5 months now that we've been doing the weekly. I keep saying daily because I do daily videos, but weekly streams. So, we're doing small improvements to the stream over time. You got the chat up on screen. I kind of want to do a transparent background. I think it'll be easier to see. I'd like to add some emotes, get the super chat all rolling. I'd like to do dual multi-streaming. There's only so much time in a week, and I've spent this last week just catching up and cleaning up. So let's hope next week is a different week. Next week with the dual stream. There seems to be a few people that like Twitch, and I've always streamed on Twitch. This is like the first time where I've streamed on YouTube. So yeah, I'll look into it and we'll see what we can do. It looks like it's going to cost money no matter what, which I didn't think was the case when I've streamed. I've done multi-streaming once years ago. I don't remember it costing any money. So I thought that was weird. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week, and I will sign off. Appreciate you guys drafting with me.